Well, hello everybody. Hotel Architect has finally hit version 1.0, and I am back after running into an insane cascading nightmare of multiple computer failures over the past month. And now that my 3 a.m. existential shower cries are behind me, I'm ready to get back to doing what I do best, driving pixelated AI employees to the absolute brink of a nervous breakdown, all in the name of maximum profits. But it's alright, because I do it in a calm voice, like a dystopic version of Bob Ross if he had a business degree. But anywho, let's get started. Alright, so if you want to unlock free play, you unfortunately have to play through the original scenario, and to unlock further things, you have to go that direction as well. Now keep in mind, certain objects are only unlocked, like certain meals and drinks, only unlocked once you have beaten certain scenarios. So if you're wondering why you can't do something, that's why. So we're going to have a good chunk of the content in the game, but not all of it. And we're going to be doing something different. So I've built out a ski lodge, casino, a big mega casino. What I would like to do in this demonstration is look into, like, we can buy stocks and stuff. So I thought it would be cool to build a business hotel on this island. And, so I played through the scenario. Now we can go into free play mode, and I'm going to build everything from the ground up. So we're going to do a basic start with 300,000. Keep in mind we have to build the entire thing from nothing. All right, and we're going to call it Money Island. Now the game has actually changed quite a bit from when I last played it. They have reorganized pretty much everything from like the tech tree to progression. So you need to progress in a certain way. We will actually have to still have backpackers. We'll still have to have all these things in order to unlock those technologies associated with that class. So with that said, we have a wonderful area. We have a great little beach location. I'd like to keep some of this stuff kind of cool. So we're going to organize everything in a different way than I've done before. And I want it to look neat and organized. So I'm going to leave an outside beach area because I think it is pretty cool. Maybe like an outside bar, right? Or even outside anything. So we're going to do a 4-tile gap. So right from here, we'll give 4 tiles in each direction. There we go. You can see this is going to cost 115,000. So that's a big chunk of our money right there. But this gives us this whole outside area. Now that we have that kind of surmised, what I would like to do is just take a little chunk out. We hold down left control. That allows us to remove, right? So we'll try not to do a perfect square, though this will kind of mess stuff up. But we have this nice outside area. So we're going to go for the business class in this and invest in the stock market. So we'll need conference rooms and we'll need business people. Now, you don't make an insane amount of money from them. And in fact, I did some testing, and you make money based on the value of the room and like what the person is willing to pay for it. Brats seem to be the best. You only need 15 squares. For the business class, you need 12. We're going to have at least 1 or 2 brats to get the technology because they do have luxury items which will help us increase the value of the rooms. With all that said, we're going to put ourselves into the finish line here soon. So we have our main area. So what I would like is to have a nice double door entry, and we're going to match the sandy vibe. So we'll have our door here, and I also think it's important to have double doors pretty much at the end of all areas. Like, we should have it lined up like this. Okay? That way people can go outside. I'll have chairs. We'll have scenery. It'll be a beautiful day for all. And for the windows, we'll use these big... Those look bad. Yeah, let's go with this. Let's go with this theme. So we'll place windows on all the sides over here. All right. So we kind of have, as you can see, a natural hallway. Now, keeping people happy, giving them what they want, it is kind of good to focus on a certain, like, kind of class of people. It makes it easier to get the whole area just dialed in so that you're keeping them incredibly happy, thus increasing, the monies. So this is what we're working with here. So In my opinion, the bottom floor is just this wide open area. We're going to have a kitchen, place for people to eat, and several other things. Now, we're going to have some tech points. What I like to do, if possible, is get the elevator up as soon as you can. You need 3 for that, so we'll look into that. We can take loans out. So we only have a few points. So as we can see, there's tier 1. So we get tier 1 tech points from backpackers. Tier 2 from sporty. Tier 3 from sunbathers and business. We're going to skip the sunbathers. Sunbathers do great here, by the way, but we're skipping them because we're going to focus on the business class. And then tier 4 brat. And unfortunately, we won't be able to do the upper crust because I have not done Paris yet. So that is locked there. And that does make me sad. But we're outside of the refreshments and higher stakes gambling, it isn't going to hold us back from some of the late game stuff. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to keep the center of the room open until we can get an elevator. And we'll need to build out this area. So for the time being, put some material sites, even though it's kind of silly. We don't need to do that. It's better at the upper floors. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. We have our reception area. So we're going to call in the medium dogs. They're $60 an hour instead of 20, but it's the same amount per worker. It's just a call-in fee of 100. So let's let them build this out. We're going to just keep it cruising in a light mode, and we're going to start thinking about the future. So there's pillars, there's all types of stuff. But primarily what I want to look at are the cosmetics for outside. So there's greenery, there's outdoor. So, you know, we have this nice little entry point. And it's looking a little sad, right? So we're going to get some fountains. We're going to get up a bench or 2 right here. Get up multiple benches. Now you can look at the floor. So there is a grass, right? So we're going to bring in grass here along the whole thing. Going to do a little picket fence. I want to keep it cool and tropical. No, it's not tropical. Well, I want to keep it cool. So let's see. There we go. Rotate tool. So this is kind of like the entry point, right? So we're going to make this pretty. And yeah, we should definitely do some kind of like, I'm thinking a rough stone entry path like that. There we go. And they have some nice things. Let's just put some little flower bushes around. I think that looks great. And then, yep, some purple flowery things like that. And in front of the windows, we'll put these guys right there. You can see that you can even plant flowers in big old circles like this. I like that. I think that looks cool. So we're going to do that. Corners there. And then, of course, you can get the hotel name. So we're calling it Money Island. It's a great family location. We'll put the signs on both sides. And then sunbed chairs. So the sunbed chairs are going to go out here. We'll just place those there for now. I'll get one more just because it's driving me crazy. And we're one tile off from being completely symmetric. That's all right. But it is going to drive me mad. Yes. All right. So let's get these a little bit better. So I don't go insane. There we go. There we go. Yeah. 2 tile gap. So here, what I would like to do is bring in... So we already have the sand color. I kind of want... I don't want concrete. What I want is like a stone vibe that isn't so manufactured, like this ground. But it would be cool if I could have it look like sand was underneath it. Fortunately, that does not appear to be in the cards. Cobblestone doesn't look too great. Okay, we got this. I think this will work for now. And now I'm kind of hoping we can get some kind of like a tree. Yeah, we'll get a little shade. Right? I'm going to do this on the whole area. Give it a little bit of a vibe, right? Put the tree there and there. Okay, cool. I'm liking that already. And the same behind the signs. I feel like palm trees all the way around right there. And right here. Okay, so this is looking pretty decent already. Okay, nothing really jumping out at me at this time. So let's speed it up. Have them build this all out. Making really good progress. Still got a lot to do. Let's check out our tech tree just a tad bit. I'm thinking... these are all good. Let's increase their speed. Okay. So we have a couple ways to do this. I think for our doors... And I shy away from using staff doors simply because, like, I like to change rooms around, and sometimes I forget and that I did that. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this door here. So we're gonna place easy entry exit from here. There we go. They have a lot of work to do. However, we can get the flooring down. So I do actually like this tiling here for our inner area. Nice orange. And the wall, we need something that complements it, but looks nice. Could go with a bright orange. I feel like that's a bit much. Could go with the tropical vibe. We gotta wait for the walls to be put up, and then we'll look at it and kind of just see what makes sense. Okay, we're gonna pause real quick. So we have the basic orange ground there. And I'm thinking we go, let's see. This is gonna be the employee room. We can have education centers in here later. Employee room, okay. This will be the washroom. So I think we'll just go with the clean marble. All right. I want this to be a bar. So I'm going to go with this kind of off orange area here. This will be a bar. Okay. And this will be a maintenance room. I think we'll just go with the same thing as the... I know it seems kind of silly, but we'll just go with the same color to keep it consistent. I'll take a look at this, what it looks like when I'm done. Now, we're going to need quite a bit. We're going to need a place for people to eat, and we're going to have a lot of housing up top. So unfortunately, we're not making any money with this design. And the center is going to be the lobby, by the way. That wasn't apparent. This is one giant lobby. All right, so this, let's actually, I have a really good idea for this part. If this is going to be the maintenance room, we can put, what I'm thinking is, maintenance room does not need to be that big, by the way. So I'm thinking we do is recess this to place our main lobby where we receive people. All right. And just get a normal door right there. There we go. Beautiful. So we have this area down. So let's get to designing. Get our zone. So we need a reception area. So this whole area is a reception area. We're going to have entertainment. We're going to have everything down here. Okay. But specifically, yeah, that's good. This zone right here is where we are going to receive people. So now we have this. So it's saying we're missing all these doodads. I like this desk. Let's see. We got a nice little white. Got the black. This is a nicer one for us. Let's go with this. Okay. So we can fit 2 of these and then a key thing behind them and 2 of these fax copy machines. Now, these copy machines are incredibly important. These are necessary for them to take people's information and check them in. So having it right behind the point where they're receiving people really increases their efficiency. And of course, we'll put a little bit of a postcard thing right here in the back. And now we have this whole back wall here. And let's wait till we get our color, our flooring and everything down before I touch any decorations. Okay. But this will allow us to receive people. There's a nice little point. This is actually now not needed. So that's cool. They can walk in right there. And we'll hold off on assigning staff for a bit. We might have to take a loan out. Okay, I think we're actually in good shape. So we'll have an elevator here, but first you need to put a staircase down. I really like the glass one, actually. I'll go with this. Okay, so if I place him right here, that's good. And we're going to do a double staircase here. That'll allow us to pop up. Okay, so now we have this center section for the room, and it's going to cost us a little fortune to do more of this. So what we need is 12 for our people that we're going to be bringing in, the businessmen, and 15 for brats. Now, I think we're just going to focus on the 12, so we're going to need to do some counting, all right? So let's see if this works. So I think a 4 by... let's see. Length is actually our friend here, though we could have this go... like, literally have... we could do some cool stuff with this. We could literally have, right in the center here, our entire restaurant. But let's see. How many tiles are we working with here? Got 12, okay? So in my opinion, 3 by 4s. Or, see, we're going to lose a little bit on the other side, right? Or we do 4 by 3s. So I'm going to go with the 3 by 4, all right? And this is our business class. Now, if we do this right, we should be able to get a lot of them. Now, the backpackers, they don't require much. You can just kind of throw them in a corner. So I kind of do like this. Let's try it. 2 by 3s. That actually worked out really well. So they won't get a bathroom. This will be for the backpackers. It'll just be a bed and a place to sleep. This should work. I'll have to test it out here in a second. Okay, so now we have this. And we have an area for them to mosey on. Okay. We need one part of this open so they can walk around. And there we go. So I'm thinking...
looks like you're starting to run low on cash.
yeah, we're running
No
low.
worries. You can...
Okay. So what I'm thinking here is we actually remove this staircase and push this out. I'm wondering, one of these could be a gym, the other something else. We're going to need space for conference halls. Right? But this is how we're building it for now. I could also boss this out and have... I mean, realistically, I need to maximize my monies, right? Yeah, that would be 12. And it does count the bathroom if you're wondering, well, what about the bathroom? So, technically speaking, this is a perfect 12. It's going to be a little weird. That's okay. Yeah, we'll get a bathroom out of that. I'm actually thinking for this back part, though, we're going to need a pretty sizable kitchen. Ah, that's the problem, huh? We need to room this up. Okay, there we go. All right. So they'll, technically speaking, they just need to be able to get into their room, right? So we just need a door there. There we go. So this can be our nice little area. And that could be a gym. And we're going to need to take a loan out for my ambitious. A little too ambitious. This will be a good restaurant. This will be a good gym. We got plenty of rooms now to start pulling in some cash. Trees are kind of clipping this side. Let's pull this down. That's okay. All right. So we're going to need to pull a loan. Only 34,000. Oof, I might have got a little too ambitious here. I'm going to hold off. All right, basic rooms. We'll go with some different doors up top. Yellow doors. I don't like that. Let's go with black for the doors. On the right-hand side. Perfect. And here, I say we go dead center. This will just be open. And this will be a gym. Opening there. And this is actually where material sites pay off a little bit. We're going to hold off because these are based off your net worth, right? So I'll accept it here in a second. We'll get one room going, and we'll start pulling a little bit of money in at a time. See, now we can do 57,000. So let's hold off. Okay. I'm going to hold up just a little bit. I want to get at least 3 rooms up. Yeah, and the reason I did 2 staircases here is to give me an idea of the elevator, of an elevator right here instead. And let's help these guys out by placing material sites up here. Now they don't have to go downstairs, make it much faster. These each have 30, so 4 of them's good. Alright, and one thing I forgot is each of these have to have a window. So here we go. Let's make sure these match the orange. Okay. So I think dead center of the room lines with the bottom part too. We're gonna match it with. Ooh, don't have enough money. Okay. All right, so let's just focus on getting a couple rooms up. Okay, so this is where things are gonna get a little odd. So we're gonna have a bath. Yeah, I'm gonna need to take that loan now. All right, accept the loan. And we're going to put in a bathroom. Now, this is going to be a tight fit. These are going to be pretty dialed in, okay? So I say we have the door right here, inside. Just a normal brown door. Now we're going to paint our zone. So we're going to go for a bedroom here, all right? And a bathroom here. So you can actually just copy paste this over, but you will have to it's kind of annoying to do it that way, so we're just going to do it by hand right now. It's the way to do it in the long run, but right now we're like a little bit of a race against time. All right, see, we got all that going on for us. So we're just going to keep it real simple for now to get the money coming in. We're going to need a bed, and I'm going to pick kind of, yeah, I like the darker color. There we go. I'll have to upgrade these rooms later. Let's do a dresser here. And this is for their luggage. It's not a seat. Okay. And in the bathroom, just your basic toilet right here. A shower. Let's move the shower this way. And a sink. All right, so now this is where copying is just really nice. Okay, so just do one room, and then you can let them build the rest. All right, so we have some rooms. I probably should have gotten the thing to give me bigger loans. All right, we need one individual here. We're gonna need one cleaning staff. Now, we should take our time here. I shouldn't be going so quick. I should be a little smart. Okay. So let's pick the right people. Sheet champion, introvert, energetic, already great. Caffeine addict, sheet champion. Anxious. So, okay, 105 a day. I like it. It's a good one. Energetic. Maintenance staff, shouter, slacker, energetic show off, extrovert, perfectionist. Bit slower. Man, I really like the energetic one. Show off, though, it's bad, but I do like that person. So I'm thinking maintenance is here. So this will be the maintenance room. And all of these will have, that's what's cool about these, all of these will have easy access to the elevator to get to every point in the area. This is going to be, oh wait, sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry. This is going to be the laundry room. I think this will be where, this is the bar. This is the employee room, okay? All right, so we just need to get the basics going here. So I'm just gonna get one of every machine. And then over here, we're gonna have to situate ourselves later, okay? All right, that's enough for them for now. So we have our staff. Got rid of that. Okay, so there's staff and there's rooms. Cutting it a little close, right? And we're going to need AC. Oof, that would have been a bad one to have forgotten. Okay, so in every room here, we're going to place an AC unit, right? Place 2 down here. Right above the bed. And we'll upgrade these later, okay? Here, here, here. Okay. That should help. Ooh, we got our reward. Fancy. Okay, so we'll get the ACs going. So people are dying. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing we need to do. Oh, gosh. Okay, so yes. You got to get this up. Staff room. If they don't have a place to recharge, they all start perishing. Okay. So, get up a locker. A place for the sit. And a place to drink. Okay. They need a place where they can sit down, or they all start dying. Okay. So you can see they're really tuckered out right now. I'm just going to let them finish what they're working on. And honestly, at this point, I do think a materials site or 2 would really help speed it up. So we're going to place those in the middle right there. There we go. Much faster. All right, we went through a lot of that already. Wow. Okay. Place a couple more of those. Making really good progress. We need to get these areas up. I wish you could prioritize. All right, so yeah, we're making good progress though. A little bit more to do. I should have held off on hiring people. I got ahead of myself there. There we go. Now we have a receptionist. Okay, we're at the good stage now. Things should go quick. Fortunately, so it's objects they have to go to the vehicle to get. Okay, objects to the vehicle. Building blocks to material. Okay. So walls, ground, paint. I think even the painting stuff. We'll check that out here in a second. All right, cool. Maintenance is up. We need to get this room over here up. Nice. We got our laundry room going. There we are. Okay. Couple things, though, while I have the monies, is we want to make sure that we have refreshments, coffee machines, and a few little entertainment things for them. So we're going to do that. We also need to make sure that there are seating locations. So I think we'll put a chair here. Call it a day on that. And 2 reception is honestly enough. I tend to go with 3 if the hotel's bigger. But something weird's going on here. Here we go. Look at that. We got people. We got people. Okay, let's see if I have the money. Okay, it gets all weird. Okay. So we're going to need to design one of these. So I'm just going to try to, like, mirror what we did down here. Just be the reverse, right? So bed on that side. Cool. It's easy enough. All right, bed there. Want to mirror it. Want 2 mirrors. Okay. This here. We'll need to put a window. And this guy here. And we have a little bit of money coming in now. So that's a beautiful thing. Okay, copy. He is facing, it don't matter. He's facing the door, I believe, right? Oops. Yeah. Door should be here. There we go. I love the copy tool. Sink right here. And the John right here. There we go. Okay. And we'll want to decorate these to the best of our ability. This is a tight fit. And they like an ironing board, so I got to think about that. I may actually need to... move it more like this, so I can have room for an ironing board. We'll play it by ear. Alright, how many of these can we get? Okay, we're positive on cash now. So clutch that, right? Not enough money. It's about 12 grand a room. Alright, so we'll expand casually. And one thing that we do not have in these rooms is AC. There Go. Now, they don't like the look of the tier 1 AC units, so you do want to upgrade those when you have a chance. Look at that. We got it. Okay. And she's doing her darndest. We got our employee room. Now, you saw if you don't have this, they start dying. This is going to be the bar. This will be the gym. This will be the restaurant. Okay. So, right now, they hate this place. I don't blame them. There's not a whole lot going on, right? So, get another room up. And I should have done this. Okay, in the room, we want to turn on the chocolate. It cost us $10, but it really helps in the early... Yeah, see, we're getting 1 star. It really helps early stage of the game to keep people a little happy. So I'm going to chocolify the whole upper floor. And you can see the cleaning lady. We don't have any dumpsters. Ah, yes. Needeth the dumpster. Okay. So waste management. Now, people don't like the trash, okay? So we can keep it here in the maintenance room for now. It's a place for them to dump things. And the cleaning lady over here. Let's get another trash for there. We also should hire an additional cleaning crew. Positive. All right. I don't look at the money. I look at how good they are. Caffeine addicts. Okay, we got lots of caffeine. Let's hire the caffeine. Ooh, positive. This is actually good because this is a terrible place to work. So the more... I'm not trying to be funny. Like, they leave if they're unhappy, and this is a bad environment. No sheets. All right. So we're in a sheet issue. That's a towel. And that's a drying rack. And this is a sheet shelf. Okay. So let's just build things as we need them. And we'll get rid of our builders here in a second once I get enough up. There we go. Need more bins. And it is wise to have bins at certain junctures. So I'm thinking for the restaurant. We're going to need a cooking area up here. We can put trash bins there. Item completely broken. Well, that sucks. Someone broke my freaking arcade machine. Probably this crazed naked man with frosted tips. All right, there we go. Things are looking up. Now we did get a tech point. We can upgrade to the cabinet, bigger loans, increase your cash credit limit, higher loan, maximum loans. Oh, I see. So now we can go to negative 40,000. Me likey. That gives us some spending power. So let's do that. All right. So this cost us quite a bit of money, right? We also need to, over here, partake in windows. Shaboom. There we go. So right now, to get sporty, we need to get a good review. And to get a business class, we need an ironing board and a room value of 12,500. So we're shooting straight for the business class. I may keep one room from being upgraded just so that we get the backpackers, right? Or the sporty folk. We need both. So there's a lot of technology that I want over here. But you get your tech points by the caliber of the person leaving reviews too. Yeah, there's a lot. So in a sense, I think what I'm getting at is it is somewhat smart to hold off. Okay, like get yourself a good spot before we start bringing in the business folk, like so that we don't have to build a whole section of our hotel to those individuals. Well, let's just let them stay here for a bit. All right, so we're gonna send our construction workers back home. And hopefully now I'm in a place where I think we're making some money. All right, we have available rooms. And people just aren't coming because they don't, this place is crap. And no one likes us. But we gotta make it so people like us. And that usually involves spending money. I didn't mean for that to be funny either. That's also true. People like money. Okay. So, I need a cook area. And I'm thinking this. This is a kind of big chef area. We'll need to have multiples here. And what I'm thinking we do with this archway situation is let's have them pop out right here in the middle. And then we're going to go to our zones. And gym, the kitchen, and the restaurant are all sectioned off. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Oh boy. We need to get some tech. Okay. So eventually we'll get a restaurant. We'll get a gym. Right now people are just kind of doing their thing. And we don't need to build any of this out quite yet. So let's check out our money situation. Let's start paying down. So now there's a stock market, right? So the stock market allows us to buy stocks and we get dividend yields. So that was my idea, is we try to just make a ton of money on the stock market, building out a business class area. I just thought it was a fun, you know, little way to play the game. And it says our cleaners are understaffed, but I just think they're being lazy. And we have one person working the front, and I feel like that should be enough for the small amount of folk we have coming in. All right, so he's being a jerk, and he's not fixing this. I need more bins. Wow, these people love trash. Okay. Let's call in our friends. It's a $0 call-in fee for the small fry. We're starting to get out of the negative. Got our staff overview. We got a cleaner. Let's meet all salary expectations. Our cleaner is so upset to be here. I don't blame them, as I said. It's going to be a great place to work eventually, but right now, it has its problems. Okay. Keep saying we need more bends. It's probably referencing up here. So I think for the time being, it would behoove us. We would be behooved. Okay. Not maybe having a trash right under the fan is not a good thing. Let's just put one up here so they have access. All right, I think we're in good shape now. Ah, we didn't have the right. That's why. Okay. We need a special fixie workbench. We had the tools, but not the bench. There we go. Now we can repair things. Keep people happy. And these guys are actually really important right here. To keeping people happy. There's just a form of entertainment for the backpackers. They're simple folk. Just a whack-a-mole machine and some water. They're having the time of their life. And the sunbathers really like this area. You can see they're swimming out here too, so that's actually really neat. All right, and the trash is here to pick up. Perfect. And so we'll get tech points. We got a big old box of them. We got elevator now. And more attractive bins. Okay, we got... Ooh, we're getting more points. Oh, when they check out, you get the points. Okay. You also get points for reviews, but yeah, you get them for checkout. We can get through this real quick. So that's what I was saying. Like, let's just focus on one tier at a time. And additional loan. I'm going to do that because I have a feeling we might need it. Bigger loans. And let's just start unlocking everything that we can. Okay. Wow, we got a... This is the reviewer. You can tell because he looks like a jerk. He looks... Yeah, he looks exactly like a critic. Alright, I'm gonna send the builders... I honestly just kind of like leave the builders there. I know they're really expensive, but I hate having to call them back in and out. Alright, so we're full up. So we're gonna get rid of the stairs. Alright, so now we're gonna replace it with an elevator. Ooh, look at this. Fancy stairs. Alright. Oh, whoa, what's going on? They're getting weird. I think we need a staircase just in order to get to them. There we go. In order to build it. Ah, I see. Been a while. You gotta build 2 staircases. Sorry, or 2 elevators. You gotta put the elevator here. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, and we'll have it coming out the side. Beautiful. But you do need a staircase to get up there to build it. Okay, perfect. So delete the staircase now. Now we have an elevator. This is beautiful. And I love the function of this game when you do get upgrade. Like, you don't have to, you know, you just click on the room and click the upgrade all. Very nice. So let's take a peek. Once we get some more folks checking out, we'll get some more. So the gym is going to be our next goal. Let's take a gander. I'm a man who likes to gander. All right. Yeah, we're spending a lot of money. Income, costs. Yeah. Yeah, stock market. That sounds fun. Let's see. I bet you that is down here. Yep, down here. And Sunbather. Stock market. Oh, no. It unlocks in New York and London. It's locked. Okay. So what I'm going to do behind the scenes then is I'm going to go... I'm going to save. I'm going to go in, play New York and London, and get this unlocked. Because that is cool. Conference room unlocks in Paris. So in order to get the conference room, and in order to get the stock market, I got to play the game a bit more. Oof. They did not like me. Oh, they got trapped. Yeah, I would be upset too. Okay, so let's do that. Let me get through these little campaigns, and they're not too hard to get through. In fact, I mean, why not make that part of the gameplay? Nah, I won't do that to you. I'm just gonna rush through them. They're pretty boring. But let's go to the main menu. Go to the campaign. So we gotta go to Paris, and in order to play New York, you gotta, as you can see, gotta play Paris. So you gotta go Paris to New York, and then that's how you will unlock those two features. And it's actually kind of cool that I'm showing you that, because I know some people watch my videos and they're like, how the heck did you do that, right? Well, unfortunately, you gotta go into Paris. So I'll just briefly show you. Our name will be Give Me the Stupid Thing. And yeah, we'll do, I mean, technically we could do casual just to just bash right through it. And there's a bunch of French looking people, you know, they're pretty easy to spot. Well, these ones are because they're so stereotypical. Okay, so here are all these rewards. So new stuff, so it's good just for that reason.
Very soon. Now I'll leave you with the objectives needed.
So here's everything we need to do.
Good luck.
Restore the neglected floor. Have business guests conduct 10 meetings in a conference room. Have your guests complete 10 spa sessions. Get your first review from an upper crust. So that sucks because you have to get all the way to the upper crust for that to proc. However, you can see here we have our work cut out for us. So I'm going to have to get through this real quick. And then I'll have to go and I'll have to do New York. Now, we're going to save. Okay. On exit to main menu. And unfortunately, we can't see what we need to do here. Ooh, but I do have other I have saves from February. Brat Bro. Yeah, this is when I tried to do the brats. I hate how I had these things unlocked before, and because they patched the game, I no longer have them unlocked. But I think that they're doing that to force you to go in order, because I know some people were like going to these later tiers and they didn't have what they needed to, you know, do everything. So I'm going to do that all off screen, and then we'll get back to the build. Okay, so this will potentially save you a bit of your sanity. To unlock the conference room, all I had to do was unlock the conference room literally in that mission. I didn't have to complete the entire campaign. However, so I was able to get the conference room, right? So if I went to stock market, I do have to unlock London. If I went to sauna, I do have to go into St. Anton and get that. If I went to casino, I do have to go into Las Vegas. So let's just kind of like take a little bit of a peek, right? So yeah, unfortunately, in order to get to New York, you still have to complete Paris. But it is cool to know that once I hit New York, I don't have to do the entire mission, okay? But certain things like the sauna, and the sauna is actually pretty darn necessary. Now, I have previously played these, so I'm wondering if I go in, will it trigger, right? So what you need to do is make sure All right, so I don't think it's going to register it. We have the sauna unlocked. No, unfortunately, you have to unlock it after the fact. Okay, so I'd have to start a brand new mission to get that. And that kind of sucks because the sauna is actually really beneficial to helping with your hotel. It's a good room. But our primary objective here is the stock market. I just wanted to show you that. So now I'm going to finish off Paris, get to New York, unlock the stock market, and then we'll come back. We're going to fast forward through all that. Okay, so we completed Paris, and I want to go over a couple things. One, I realized I made a mistake. So you can use points from subsequent tiers to pay for other tiers. So tier 1 can use anything from tier 2 to tier 5. Get it? But you can't use previous tiers. It doesn't appear to pay for these guys down here. So just you can power through, go to tier 3 and use that to pay for everything back there. So I just wanted to correct that. This is kind of a new, like, I'm getting used to it. I haven't played in a bit of time, so I apologize for that. Bit of oversight. Another thing, too, which is kind of cool, is because we went to upper crust, this gives us a really good case example. So just off the cuff, right? So you got your size, your items, and your room value, right? So Brat, in a value of 33,250, they're willing to pay about 5 grand, right? The business guy is willing to pay about 44. So the difference here is pretty meaningless, right? So let's look at an example. I put a mini bar in here so we can go down the line. So in a really fancy room worth 57,000, 30 size, everything maxed out, all 5 stars. You got everything, room service, everything that you'd want. And you do have to take into consideration, you see the backpacker is like 91% satisfied. So I know these satisfactions also are going to have an impact. So the upper crust, he has been going a little bit up and up, but they're only 59% satisfied. So we're not getting the full scope of it. Let's just say, like, for argument's sake, like maybe you get like 7. Let's even go further now. Let's say like 8,000. I think you can actually hit 9, right? Now, Brad's going to get you about 6. And in this situation, the business is doing about 5, like 52, right? So the jump from business to Brat isn't that crazy. And the Brats are cool. And where the Brats shine is they have a higher threshold for gambling. So Brats and upper crust, they can bid more. So if you're in a game, if you want to open a casino, you want Brats hands down. But as far as what we're going for in optimizing revenue for the area, the business and Sunbathers both pull in the same amount. And we're going for the business class. Just honestly, there's no reason for it. We could easily go Sunbather. It's just I like the ambience. You know, we're building a little island full of business people, right? So that's why we're going to focus on the business folk. Now, but you need to keep in consideration the Sunbathers, they want a minibar. The business folk, they want an ironing board. And I mention this because our rooms are so small, we need to make sure we can pack as much into the design that we're doing in the other build as possible to optimize how much expensive stuff we can throw in there, right? I don't want to have a minibar and also an ironing board if I'm just going for the business class. I'm trying to make sure whatever I put in there, I'm optimizing the space. We're trying to pack as many of them as possible. So we're done with Paris. And now we have both New York, St. Anton, and Las Vegas unlocked. So we can go in here and quickly unlock things as we need it. But we're going to go to New York now and start a new scenario. Again, you can just do it on casual to make it faster. Just call it fast start.
Welcome
Oh boy.
to-
Okay. So you get a bunch of different starts. We can do investment starting with 275,000. Pay your investors at least 5 dividends of 25,000 starting on day 20 and every 5th day after. Reach a hotel. So that's cool. People invest, and so we're paying a percentage forever. That's not cool. That really sucks. City loan and then bootstrap. So city loan, we start with a loan. Bootstrap, well, we're poor. So let's do city loan.
Good choice.
So the
Now I'll leave you. Good luck.
So this is actually a toughie. 25 staff hired, pay back the city loan, reach a daily net worth change of at least 50,000, expand your hotel to the 10th floor. Now, as I said, we don't have to do any of that. All we're going to do is come down into the business class and get stock market. Okay? So I'm just going to do a really simple build here. It's going to be the dumbest thing you've ever seen. Look at that. It's beautiful. We have a door. We've won the game. No. All right. This is going to be where everyone enters. Okay, so obviously we're gonna want a staircase once we can get that. We're gonna need all of the basic buildings. So downstairs. Now the fun thing about New York, the map, not the city. New York, I guess, is fun if you like, you know, getting stabbed. But I mean, I don't personally. But if you're into getting stabbed, I actually just did New York for my first time, and it wasn't so bad. Granted, I barely went outside my hotel. I got the full experience. All right, so we're gonna build up some rooms, and we'll have some staircases off to the side here. I think what we're actually gonna do is destroy this and have the staircase right here. All right, so we have 4 rooms, and we're gonna let them get to work. We're gonna call in the medium dogs, get them going, speed this up. They're making progress, but not very fast. All right, so here we are. So we know for a fact that this entry point is gonna be the receptionist zone, and we're gonna try to keep this simple. This is I'm claustrophobic just looking at this. So let's be a little intelligent. Just a smidge of intelligence here, right? I don't want to show anyone up. Just boot this out. Just one wall and just move the one wall over, right? And now I can do this. Okay, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Let's do it like this. There we go. Okay. And we'll just have a door coming in from the side here. And then we'll get the basic building blocks here. Key place and 1 fax machine. And that really sucks, but you know, that's the name of the game. So let's get staff in here once we're done. We don't need it yet. Now there are some other doodads that we can put in here, like a coffee machine, some water, and a couch. Let's get a big old screen TV so people can watch Lassie. I don't watch TV much. I don't know what people watch anymore. I don't think anyone's watched Lassie in about 30 years. All right. Yeah, we're doing great. Okay. And we can speed this up by placing a center area right there. Some material support so they don't have to walk all the way back. There we go. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen. Beautiful. All right. We're going to go a little slow. Just a smidge slow. I want to make sure all these things are up. Perfect. All right. So in the back here. All right. Staff room here. Maintenance room right here. Laundry room here. These are good. I don't know what we'll put back here. We're just going to play that one by ear. And in the start, I just want 1 of everything so I don't have to think. Maybe 2 washing machines, though. And we do need to get some trash storage. All right. Over here, let's make sure we get the machine bench so they can repair objects. Get their tool chest. Get that doohickey. And a couple storage doohickeys. Beautiful. And then up here in the staff room, remember this is important or they will die. They won't leave. They'll just accept their fate and they will just perish. Okay. But we got everything we need over there. Let's actually get a second couch. Let's just get a chair. There we go. Bingo. And let's get ourselves a very nice staircase. Right here. Perfect. Pop this up. So now we have a floor. And we'll need to do the whole darn thing. Okay. So the business class, they're easy. We only need to get the business class. So we only really need a 3x4 area. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not gonna do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Perfection. We got you guys all done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, these need to be by 4s. My bad. Zippity doo dah. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do it by 4 and by 3s. There we go. And this guy down here, 4x3. 4x3. Ooh, look at that. 4x3. Perfect. It's not the fanciest thing you've ever seen, but it's what you get. All right. And these are all going to just be unique. We're just trying to get a, basic setup down. We'll do a 3-tile bathroom there, 2-tile bathroom here. There we go. Yeah, the 2-tile bathroom actually does seem quite honestly, to do very well. And get some doors in there so people can actually use the facilities. Right? It doesn't really matter what we do. And let's let them build it all out. And this is actually all we're going to need. Okay, yeah, let's... Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of, like, putting a restaurant in here. And I'm like, this is going to be a tight fit. Okay. We're going to pull that area out. Speed this up. Okay, the world's tiniest kitchen will go back here. This is going to be an interesting playthrough. There we go. I actually have a better idea. Let's move all this over. And then we're going to destroy this wall, holding control. Get ourselves out just a little bit more room. And remember up top, it really helps out to have material sites. 3 of them should do it. It will at least give us a good start. Now, the interesting thing about the New York map, though, is it's kind of cool. Like, you have a really small area to work with, so you got to be a little creative, right? Okay, we're making good progress there. Bit of a circus up top. Beautiful. The laundry room here can be deleted. Okay, so we got that. So let's go to zones. And we don't have the kitchen and diner quite yet, but we will. I just want to get this area. So here's our, place where we make the rat meat or whatever kind of burgers we're serving. Oopsie daisy, I just covered the door over here. There we go. That there. New opportunity, abandoned cars. -45. People are abandoning. Nobody wants to claim these junk cars. The city will happily pay you. They want to pay me $200 an hour? No, sir. I make that in a second. Why would I do that? I don't know. Maybe you send someone to do it. It just sounded like a jip. I guess I could have taken the bait, but I didn't. All right, it's zone time. So let's get all of our bedrooms zoned out. Got a lot of interesting shapes. We'll probably need to get a window in each of these, right? All right, there's our bedrooms. So now we're going to get the very teeny tiny bathrooms. There we go. It's a beautiful day for all. And we're just going to go down the line. So bed in every one of these rooms. And none of this matters. Like I said, we're not going for anything fancy here. We're just trying to get the achievement. There we go. And now we need to get up wardrobes. Wardrobes for all. Beautiful. So let's slap in those windows. We got to make people believe there's hope. Right? Let's put a couple windows out here. And bathroom time. All right. I don't think it really matters. We'll just kind of move things around as necessary. Get all them toilets in here. Okay. Well, he doesn't like that one bit. Okay. Let's do that. All right, shower time. Shower in the corner. That way no one can see you cry. The door is open. All right, perfect. Got that. Now we can do the sink. Yeah, the sink does well here. I'm actually kind of a big fan of the 3-tile bathrooms. Big fan. Think about it all the time. I don't know why. It just sounds weird. It's all I can think about. 3-tile bathrooms. All right, let's do something normal here. Let's get some stuff down on the floor. Linoleum. Perfection. And we're going to use a red carpet. Because why not? Red carpet for all, even outside. And then on the walls, instead of this feces gray, we're going to use... Well, it is red. Yeah, let's use this red. There we go. We'll do red on everything but the bathrooms. And the bathrooms will do this white. That looks slightly decent. We'll see in a second. And then let's come down. I actually kind of like this white, but we'll go with, my God. None of these options are very appealing to me. Let's go with this really ritzy dragon scale looking thing. And yeah, concrete doesn't look too good. Let's do white. I'm gonna do white throughout this whole area. And let's just keep it simple for now. Let's just use the same scale on everything down here. All right. Got our work cut out for us. So now it is time to assign staff. We got to be careful. We only have key expert. I like this guy. We got to be careful that we only have so many folk. You have 10 in the beginning. So we got our receptionist. We get our cleaner. And we will get our mechanic. I just kind of like pick whoever. Energetic show off. I hate show offs, but I love energetic. And I love not having other negative features. Okay, so we have a good chunk of what we need. And remember, all we got to do is get here. So we do have a couple points. We could. We don't really need speedy builders. I really like to get increased staff limit. That requires quite a bit. Okay. And we should probably get the other staircase going up right here. I may change my mind about trying to get some stuff going. All right. And yes, they will use building materials to put up wall paint and all that. So if you want it to stop them from going outside, slap a couple of those up. That'll save you some time. It's just the items they have to actually go down here for. Oh wow, it looks like one giant bathroom down here. That was a bad choice. I'm just gonna keep it. Okay, we need some kind of entertainment. So yeah, they like to be entertained. They're a big fan of this whack-a-mole machine. We'll put whack-a-mole arcade. So backpackers and sporty love this machine. The whack-a-mole is backpackers and also sporty, so that's two machines that they like. So yeah, we get points every time they check out. That's great. So the more people, faster we get points. Get some more material sites up here. Radioactive waste, 300 an hour. All right, let's just do it. Okay, so we'll just. So as long as I. Oh, okay, so as long as I hold the item. All right. So I have the item. Are they gonna pay me 200 an hour? Let's see how this works. Yeah, here's the land leasing. I mean, I guess that's okay. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, we can't be having no radioactive waste in our hotel. I'm pretty sure that's a hazard. Alright, got some rooms up, so now we got folks coming in. Not enough sheets. Need them sheets. Okay, let's get some more sheets. That's towels. Okay, and this is one issue. There's just not enough room. Let's place it in the middle. Should have sufficient sheets now. Instead of this ghetto bed. There we go. And yeah, you also have to paint the outside. I totally spaced on that. Can we? I guess not. I guess it just looks like this. I don't like that color. Alright, well, let's send these folks home. We're paying them a lot of money. And let's come over here. We're finally going to start pulling stuff in. I would love to get a restaurant. So let's take a gander and see what's holding us up. 2 stars. So we just need a good review and we can go to the next stage. Realistically, we're just going to power through. We just need a 3-star review. I'm pretty sure we'll need a restaurant to hit that 3rd star. This mission will go much faster. I'll actually just show you this because it is kind of fun to see, you know, different styles of gameplay. And we're doing okay here. We got ourselves a nice little thing. All right, 1 star. They don't like the room. They like the toilet more than the bed. Okay. That body wash is good. Seating bad. We need more chairs. Entertainment bad. No restaurant. No gym. Okay. So gym is next on the docket. Now, unfortunately, we have very small areas. I wonder. This is one reason I actually do enjoy the New York one is because it's kind of absurd. It's like you just have to shove everything you possibly can in the smallest place possible. But boom. Okay, so let's see what we can get in here. Now we need something that they like. Business and backpackers like treadmills. Now keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. And the water can be like literally right outside. And we need 4? Oh no. Well, we can get these balls in here. Nope. We just needed water in there. Okay. We're good. All right. A treadmill and a place to drink water. It's This could also be an apartment, right? Yeah, we could just turn that into an apartment too. You can sleep in there, and you got everything you need. Recreational entertainment and water. It can also be your toilet. All right, let's call the small fry guys. It's always good just to have them on standby, honestly, for the small stuff we do. And let's get another cleaning staff, introverted bar lover, sheet champion. I like that. Let's get that one in here. All right. Oh, darn. Okay, maybe if I move this over. All right, we're gonna try this. Well, this is becoming an issue. Maybe there's something else that's smaller. All right, Sporty and Brett like lifting weights. Backpacker and Sunbather like the yoga mat. Okay. We're gonna get rid of this. And we're just gonna place yoga mats in here of various colors. Here we go, 2 yoga mats. See, bedding. This is a 2-room apartment. All right, we need more waste storage. Let's come down to our tech tree. Do trash and style and drying cabinets. That will help us out right here. Ooh, we got some busy bees. Let's get another dude down here. Key expert, there we go. We need to get that money rolling in. More importantly, we need to get them tech points rolling in. All right, larger shelves. We'll just keep upgrading things as we can. All right, that surprisingly actually worked. We can get one more mat in here probably. There we go. Okay, the yoga mat room. That shouldn't work. It shouldn't work at all. You know what? We got some potential over here. Need to clean up the walls. Okay. Get that cleaned up. There we go. All right, now we have another room over here if we need it. Okay, so Sporty, we just need that 2-star. So that's not bad. I think with some of the additions we made, we might get some progress. Now, one thing that they don't like is how ugly everything is. And we can do something about that. So let's come over to... Ooh, I didn't even think about temperature. They're fine. They don't need any kind of air conditioning. Yeah, okay, so we don't have to worry about that. We can get some very fancy paintings above all of them. That, I guess that will make their stay better. It's like some kind of entertainment, I suppose. We'll just place it in several rooms. It will increase the value. They do like items, so... Alright, and they put some rugs down under the beds. But rugs are a really good way to increase the value of the room. They don't always look that great, though. And yes, I always forget the chocolate. Put the chocolate on the bed. That will give a better experience. It's a very cheap way to get a nice little boost. All right, so attractiveness was actually a pretty big issue to them. They didn't give me anything glaring outside of the bedroom, the room value. They didn't like the size. It is kind of intelligent to have one really, really fancy room that you send the critic to, right? They tend to pick the best room in the hotel majority of the time. So I think the gym will help. Refreshments, restaurant. Yeah, restaurant would definitely help, but we don't have that yet. So I think the gym plus the added value of some of the objects that we put into the rooms should push us. Get a TV in here. The TV adds some attractiveness. Just add a couple TVs. And yeah, big bin. We could put a trash receptacle there. We should definitely have one in the kitchen. Get some carpet in here. Make this place a little bit prettier too. All right, let's put a moose head in here. Why not, right? Elegant. All right, some paintings. And our critic is here. We're getting close. Not enough towels. Unable to find restaurant. Enable to find waste management. Okay, so those are pretty serious issues, and these are all things that we can use in our real build. So, yeah. Let's make sure that we have trash receptacles. One over there. Got one there. Okay, perfect. All right, there's our 2 stars. So, the gym sucked, but you know what? It's enough. So, we're going to get restaurant. Restaurant will help us out tremendously. So let's do it. All right, so the kitchen's gonna be back here. And the restaurant will be right here. Smallest restaurant in the world. Let's get the restaurant up first. So, the serving area right when they walk in. I think that's probably wise right here. And this is going to be the bottleneck. It's just having enough area for everybody. Let's see. How many singles can we get in? We can get 3 right there, right? And then how many doubles can we get in? Not many. Yeah, we'll do that. What am I missing? Oh yeah, dinner menu. So we want to appease the majority of people. Backpacker, sporty, some we don't care about how happy the business people are. We just need to get them here, okay? And so we're gonna hire somebody. Extroverted memory master punching bag. Wow, that's a good hire. Okay, we're linked. We already were before. Let's see. Ooh, we got Captain Cook. This is a custom guy I made. He is punching bag, bright outlook. He's my fave. And we're gonna get everything in here that we need, which is not much, but okay. Oh, that didn't work. All right, we're gonna put you here, and we're missing plates. Perfect. All right, that should be enough. It's gonna be a tight fit, but I think we can do it. And we're gonna switch this. There we go. Yeah, the washing should all go there. Put him here. Here, we'll put the trash in the middle. Actually, let's put the trash over here in the maintenance room. Get it out of the kitchen. All right, we're in business. We're gonna need another staff in here. What does she got? Bad temper? Nah, can't have that. Perfectionist bad temper? Can't have that. Oh, that's not good. And this is backwards. All right, well, there's not much I can do about that. I think we're gonna destroy this. Go bring that back a little. Get some more stuff here. All right, that's feeling a little bit better. I feel like we're missing a couple things. It would be nice to have wine or soft drinks. Yeah, let's get a soft drink fridge. And let's see how many points we have now. Nice. Staff extension, that's what I really needed. And now we can get the rest of it. All right, special bedroom amenities. Perfect. Now we can get them amenities. So what we'll want is ironing boards in all of our rooms. There we go. That's just one step. So now we just need a 3-star review. All right, I'm thinking over here we do another gym. Let's see. So what we want to do is make sure that we are placating sporty folk. All right, so the sporty folk, they love dumbbells. So that's what we're going to put in here. Bunch of dumbbells. There we go. Yeah, we easily could have taken out one of the mats, put a dumbbell, but this works too. Yeah, they hate the size and the lack of variation in the gym, so that does cause issues. Okay, let's see. Business backpacker. Okay. Let's get a treadmill in here. That should help out. A little bit of variation now. Okay, I think we're going to start paying back a little bit of our loan. Gotta lower that interest daily costs. Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. We really lowered our debt. I'm gonna discount this room 25%. Sporty people love it. Ooh, 50%. Yeah, let's do that. Just to get someone in that room. Alright, let's check out that tech tree. Air conditioners, don't need it. Refreshments, yes. Larger shelves. Staff training. Definitely a yes. Let's get staff training going ASAP. Right now, in fact. Okay, yeah, just need one. There we go. Now we have more stuff. And then up here, we can get a few more machines. So now we can get a snack machine. And protein. They love the protein machines right there. I don't think that will... Yeah, they have access. Perfect. Put one down here as well. All right, so the Critic chose this room. This isn't probably our best room. 3 stars. We just need to hit 3 stars. It shouldn't be too difficult for us to do. Let's put a TV in here. And then a moose head. People love moose heads. And miniature Eiffel Towers. Yes. Oh, there's not enough room. Of course. And this painting... oh, God. That is an awful painting. Okay, maybe this one? Oh, these are all very poor choice. We'll put that in there. Just trying to make the experience a little bit better for them, right? I guess. But that may have actually decreased. Oh, okay. Bedroom was okay. Seating. So there's just not enough seating available. They liked a lot of the other stuff. Refreshments, entertainment, very poor. Availability is greater than gym. I hate the size of it. Restaurant, meh. I think we can improve some of this stuff. So we need entertainment, boxing machine, and dartboard. Okay. And we're just gonna go down the line. Start upgrading everything. Trying to make this place just a little bit better every day. All right, kitchen is upgraded. Okay, so what I think we're gonna end up doing is copying, putting a yoga mat over here. I'm gonna straight up destroy this place. All right, this is just gonna be a seating room now. A couple chairs in there for people. Come down here. Yeah, there's just not enough seating. I think we could put a chair right there in the corner. And this is where things get fun. So we need a little bit more entertainment. They like this punchy thingy. And who wouldn't, right? Oh, we are running out of room. Pop upstairs. Okay, punchy thingy's gonna go in this room. And the dartboard, and that can actually go down. Yeah, why not? In the hallway right here. That way when they're coming out from a nice relaxing lounge, they have darts flying right by their face. Perfect. I just gotta get it in there. All right, yeah, I think having the very, very small one, this is still very small, but it's a bit bigger. So maybe they won't be as upset. All right, I have a good feeling now that we got that entertainment machine and stuff. Like, I think we're gonna get that 3-star. Once we hit that 3-star, we just need a few points. All we gotta do is unlock the stock market and we're good to go. All right, we're just gonna get weird now. I'm just gonna place things that say they're entertaining, right? Talking fish, that's what we need. And art decor. There we go. This ugly painting, that will make this place better. That was a lot of money, 75,000 plus 39. Wow. Wow. Almost went broke on that. All right, well, at least that's going to improve the aesthetics. Oh, wow. We got a big old eagle head. Just what I needed. That scared me. All right, they're at the hotel. They're impressed by the attractiveness. He really likes this painting. It did the job. What we're looking for now, he's going to the restaurant, is where he gets unhappy. And those are the areas that we can improve upon. It's kind of good to follow the critic around. You know, watch him. Ooh, he had a 2-star experience at the restaurant. That's a good restaurant, man. No spa, so I got 0 stars there. We just saw. There we go. We got him a treadmill this time. He's running real fast. So he tried out everything. Dumbbells, treadmill, yoga mat. And that, so he is like, he'll do everything to get his idea of what he should rate your gym. 2-star gym, damn. There. Oh no, the boxing machine broke. He's got no towels. Oh, he is a sad man. I think we forgot. I think I forgot to put a towel holder in all these rooms. I gotta do that on my other design too. You can put it above the toilet. You can put it wherever you want. There we go. That's another improvement to make. All right. Not enough towels. Pressed by what's cool about having towel racks is it gives you a place to put your towels, like excess towels. All right. So he is sleeping over here. I don't think we're gonna get it this time. I didn't have it. Let's put a big screen TV in here. 2 of them. I need to impress this man. All right, we did get a chair, so that will help us because one of the things was he was mentioning we didn't have enough seating room. All right, I think he's leaving. Oh no, he's just sleeping. Okay, let's look at our tech. Let's see what we can improve upon here. We could get more, yeah, more dishes. I think is good. Increase dumpsters. Let's come down here. All right, let's see what we can do for the dinner menu. So salads isn't cutting it. We could do hamburgers. No. Steak. Yeah, who doesn't like steak? Everybody likes steak. Okay, so what do we need? Too much. Oh, nice. We got 3 stars. It doesn't matter anymore. Let him eat salads. Okay. So that means we can finally get in business folk. So that's great. So now it's just a waiting game. Oh, wait. No, it's not, because we got 3 points. But boom, stock market. All right, we're done. So now we save, and we go back to the world map. So now, in our main little abode, or giant abode, it's not really a house, but now we can get back to business. So you can see we have the stock market, and we have conference rooms unlocked. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this place is going to be much nicer. So the maximum we can do here is 3 stories, okay? So we got this down here. We got this area for all of our buildings. And we got, like, the conference hall won't be big, but we gotta, in my opinion, we gotta really think about what we're gonna do here. So we got the bar downstairs, we got the gym here, we got a restaurant here. All we really need is a conference room and then a like we put the, I think we'll put the conference room in the center and then rooms all the way around it, just like this. Except we'll have to think a little bit smarter. And that should be enough to generate a pretty healthy amount of money. And then we can get these, you know, half-naked people out of here and get some respectable money coming in. All right, so it is time now that we are back and on board to really start cranking this out. Now, this is going to be the weirdest room of them all. We're just going to do 2 bathrooms like right here. Give them a very simple doorway. But these will be paramount to us getting the monies. There we go. So very basic. Bed, case stand, and our wardrobe. Just a very basic setup. Same thing over here. I'm going to do white beds over here, though. And we're going to do a little window. Oops, that was the wrong color. Okay, color there. And color there. Let's get the bathroom set up. This will be easy enough. Shower here. I think a sink right here. Yeah, that looks good to me. Actually, I like this a whole lot better. And then toilet facing out. Perfect. Okay, and we can give, you know, some mirrors. Should probably do that on all of the sinks, actually. Another thing we need to put in all of these guys are towel racks. I forgot to do that. Very, very important to have towel racks in everything. And towel holder. And we're gonna go big, okay? If we can, we should. Place it as they enter the door. That way they can store an insane amount of towels in here. And we don't have to worry about having issues. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so we have our work cut out for us. We got the basics going on. We got a little bit of money coming in. We just spent a chunk of change. And I feel the need to get things looking nice. So I'm thinking for our floors, I'm thinking we go with like a red tile. Okay, we're gonna go with a red tile on all of the bathrooms. For the walls, we're gonna use this black. A little bit of red and black action there. I kind of like this. This doesn't look... Oh, it does look terrible if you get the wrong one. Maybe... Yeah, let's go with the wood. We don't have enough money. Okay. Well, that sucks. It's nice to do all these things in one go. Okay. Speed this up. And remember that material sites help with all the painting jobs. Don't have to go downstairs. Now, we could take a second loan out. We're going to do it. All right, we're taking the second loan out because we have fundamentally everything we need to be successful, but we need to execute it. All right, so we'll get brown walls all over to get this done. Probably are going to need a few material sites up here to get this proper. And then For the ground inside of the main rooms, let's just do another wood. Just keep it really simple, very clean. Okay. So the outside area, this is the next step. This right here is going to be a gym. We'll just keep marble. Marble gym's kind of weird. Let's do, yeah, this wood. I like this wood right here. And then for the walls, we'll do bamboo. Bamboo looks bad. Bricks, no. Let's use the same kind of wood thing. Yeah, let's actually just keep the wood theme. I like it. Now for the flooring outside, I think we're going to use a red carpet. Kitchen, we'll use stone. And we'll use wood in the restaurant area. Okay, that should look decent enough. We'll see how bad it looks once I'm done. Let's get another little thing up here. I'm gonna let these guys go. Look at that, we're going through this money fast. Let's call on the big guys. We got a lot to do. And we'll probably need one more of these. Yeah, make it faster. There's just a lot of area to cover. Dang, they went through that already. Okay. Let's just do a bunch of it then. Alright, let's see what kind of tech points we got. We got 5 here. Nice. So I'd really like to increase our staff limit. Let's get the gym going. Move this outside. Yeah, I could already tell that we should probably get some more sheets over here. And likely a few more drying cabinets wouldn't hurt. I'm going to increase the build speed. I think this is a good use of points, to be honest, because it's taken quite a bit of time. Just continue to feed them more material sites. Yeah, I don't like the red. I think it looks terrible. Let's go with a darker wood. Let's see if that cleans any of this up. There we go. Yeah, that's looking sharp. That's looking pretty good. Get a few more of these material sites, and I think that's enough for the whole upper area. All right, we did it. So now it's time. We got 9 grand left. Let's get this gym going. So in the beginning, I think I want to keep things simple. We're mostly going to be focused on business class. So we for sure are going to want treadmills. Sporty, upper crust, brats, don't care. Drinking fountain right there. Mostly. Now you do want to have some stuff that is different. Go, just to get that bonus, right? Yoga mats. That's pretty good. I think primarily just a bunch of gyms is good. Or a bunch of treadmills in the gym. There we go. And let's do 2 of these. Not enough towels. What do you know? There's your bed sheets. Okay. Towel shells. Let's get 2 of those. Yeah, we did build the really big towel holders, so I think 2 more towel holders would probably be a good idea. Need a lot of towels. Ooh, that person was hot. Okay, so that's interesting. Core areas seem to be okay. So the AC, yeah, the AC. Oh, that's right. I am putting ACs and everything. All right, yeah, let's get AC in there. Just forgot to put them. There we go. Well, let's just take a quick little gander. Make sure we didn't forget anyone. Okay. Exit out. Let's get a small fry guy in. Yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good in here. And not enough bins. Yeah, we'll need to upgrade that. Let's see how much points we have now. Barely anything. Cool. Alright, 2 stars. Not bad. Not bad. That means that we can get the next tier. So we can get the sporties. Sunbathe or business people. We just need 3 and an ironing board. Okay. And we can unlock the ironing board here. I'm going to get the restaurant up first. Alright. Restaurant time. So this is the kitchen. There we go. And this is the restaurant. Alright. So how do I want to organize all this? So we got single dining in the back. Okay. Not gonna lie, like, we can get a lot of people in this way. I'm gonna copy this window here and this window here. Okay. Reception right here and here. And place this right behind them. That's perfect. Now we can place a grape fridge and a soft drink there. And let's get some double tables, you know, they just take up a lot of space. So, oopsie daisy. All right, let's just do singles. And over here, we need to get up. Well, let's get the menu. So the menu, we want to focus on business people, okay? So business people hate salads. They don't like hamburgers. They're okay with Swedish meatballs. They like the spaghetti. Yes, they do like the spaghetti. The schnitzel. Everybody likes the schnitzel. That's actually kind of cool. Oysters. They really like oysters. Lobster. Oh, they like the lobster. Okay. Now I think we did unlock the lobster. If we could prepare it, that would be insane. Yeah. So seafood tank. Put the seafood tank back here. Okay. Our cooking station. Gonna move the trash back over here. Cooking station. All right. Let's do a fridge right here. All right. Washing station right over here. Perfection. Plates. Put plates on both sides back here. And we need a stovetop burner. Okay, so we got that. I don't know if we need the pantry quite yet, but we will. So let's move this back here. Okay, and a stove. Yeah, we can put the stove right there. Let's get ourselves a cook. Nice. Got a Captain Cook. This guy custom made. And we need to get the applicable staff. The clown. Techno Dinosaur. Punching bag. Caffeine addict. Perfect. Okay. We got our team. And we're gonna need more plates. It's better to upgrade shelving, right? All right, we're gonna need another assigned staff here. Perfectionist, kind-hearted, dense, does not learn from mistakes. Let's go with the perfectionist. Okay, so people are throwing litter on the ground too. So we do need to put trash bins, common areas, even in spots over here would be good. Go downstairs. Let's put trash bin right there. All right, getting those up. Making the lobster. Yeah, we're gonna make a lot of money with this lobster setup. And so far, so good. We just need the ironing board next. Okay, so we'll get that researched. Ooh, one of the pieces of flooring. There we go. Let's just make sure we didn't miss any others. Doesn't look like it. All right, we're in good shape. I'm gonna turn this into the same area as this. It looks a little off. And we're gonna get all this cleaned up. Right now, we're just, you know, trying to make the place profitable. We're trying to get that business class here. So you can see they're willing to pay $2,000. Backpackers 15. I think the business people will pay about 25. But as we get that room value up, we start upgrading things. It's all gonna change. Oh no, we got a staff member. One of our maintenance staff has just left. Okay, so let's see. Caffeine addict, extrovert, shouter. Unfortunately, the caffeine addict, probably our best bet. Let's also, when they leave like that, sometimes it's because they're not getting paid. Eventually, we'll have the tech that auto does this for us. So let's meet all of our salary expectations. And the interest right now is most likely killing us on those loans. Yeah, $2,000. Okay. So our cash flow right now is positive. And that's good. So we can get out of this slowly. Nice, 3 stars. All right, we're in business. We just got our 3rd star. Which means business folk, all I need to do now is get that ironing board in there. Okay, so we can get premium bathing, premium bedding. We can get the bar. I'm going to go with the bedding because I want to increase... Well, the bath would have done it too, but I want to increase the values here. Okay, so we're just going to go down the line, upgrading all of the bedding and areas. This will generate... So you can see right now, 2012, 2116. Okay, a little bit more. There's our $10,000. Okay, so now And we just need to get ironing boards. And we're just going to put that at the end of the bed. All of these rooms. That is just fine and dandy. Over here, we'll put it to the side. There we go. All right, we got the business class. So they're paying $28.72 versus $21.32. That's pretty good. That is really good. That's a nice little bump. So they're going to want, of course, conference rooms. So conference room is going to cost us 3, and we'll get those points here momentarily. Now coming down over here, you can see we're having an issue with cleaning. I'm going to get an eco-friendly washing machine. I'm trying to think what else I could do. Larger shelves would definitely... Yeah, let's get some larger shelves. There we go. Upgrade that. Okay. Get the kitchen upgraded. Get the restaurant upgraded. And we're going to need to hire another cook. If I can. Plant proficient. We're not making salad. Makes innovative experimental touches to dishes. Tends to create either top level or pure garbage. Ugh. I like it and I don't like it, but we're going to hire them. We need more chefs. And we're going to need another one of these. You can see that is a bottleneck for us. There we go. Now we got 2 times the chef action. All right. Let's make sure the chocolates are on all the beds. Looks like we missed it on these 2 over here. Now the business folk, they love discounts. You see that? 65%. I'm going to just do a discount on the 1. And this place is about to get real bad if I do not get another cleaner. Perfectionist sheep champion. There we go. Let's do it. And that's really neat. They're tending the garden too. Got to keep the garden up. Okay. I think it's important for us to start planning for the future. So we're going to go up top. Now, unfortunately, in order to do this, you do have to create an edge around it. We have to wait till it's built. I think it'll just be good for us to get started. For some reason, he's really hot in the bathroom here. Did he get stuck? Okay, he's got... being weird. Okay, well, these bathrooms are hot. Let's put some AC in there. Same thing here. Okay. There we go. Staff increase. We pulled from here and some points from here. It was a good thing to do. We're gonna get staff training going now. All right. Yeah, so now we can start getting the staff room out. So let's double up the desks. Get 2 of them going. I'm actually gonna do it like this, back to back. Make this area look a little more inviting. Get some big screens in here. Okay, so now we need to get the walls in here for sure. While we're burning time. I'm not gonna lie, I do think the wood just tends to look little nicer, but not... it works well here. Yeah, it does. It works well there. Use a white wallpaper in there. This is going to be a bar. I don't know. Bars can be a little, funky, right? Let's give it some zazz. Ooh. It's got... Yeah, okay, we'll go with that one. That looks bad. That looks really bad. Let's just keep it sterile, right? Yeah, that looks good. I think that looks good there. And over here, yeah, that looks pretty decent. We'll go with that. All right, let's make it a little easier on them. Some material sites in the beginning, and they can just do that over time. This is a small project. So our main dude is on break, so this is going to become a problem. Let's get another one. Key expert. That's a good one. All right, so we got 2 folk there. That's great. Our cleaning staff can't keep up. That's fine. Positive. The other ones had too many negative traits. Let's go for it. Yeah, so they also have to come out here. The maintenance staff does watering. Let's check our cash flows. Yeah, month 24 because we spent so much. We'll have to wait a second. I'm going to start paying off. Let's see, which one has the highest interest? Yeah. I'm going to take us to negative 40%, but it's going to help us out. We're going to lower our payment. So we're at a pretty bad debt ratio, 33%. But we're going to get out of it. We have actually a pretty good thing going for us right now. We're making quite a bit of money off this. And unfortunately, we need to start looking at the entertainment values. All right, premium bath. Okay, so entertainment for sure. So this gave us pinball, tanning bed, and pool tables. That's what they want, okay? So while I'm on that thought process, let's add those things. All right, pinball, about 1,000 a pop. All right, we'll get 3 of those up. That's going to help with our entertainment. That's going to attract more of them. There is a bit of wasted space here, you know, considering we only have 3 floors, but that's okay. I want it to look nice. It is a bit of wasted space, though. But I want it to look nice. Because the main thing is we're just going to start pulling in money and investing it in the stock market. Ooh, we're down quite a bit. Micro wind turbine. Income 175 per hour. Yeah, why not? Cannot place that here. Oh, you have to place it out front? Alright, why not? Make some money. So if we keep this on our property, people hate it, but it generates money. We'll get rid of it in a second. Just trying to keep us from going bankrupt right now. Here on Money Island. I am actually thinking we turn this, like, into a room. Yeah, 3 stars is fine. This right here, like, quite honestly, I feel like this is the perfect place for the conference room. We don't have to have a doorway everywhere. Yeah, let's use this. That's a good conference room area. All right, there's a big chunk of change. All right, so we're actually kind of I got to start pulling this interest down. Like, we got to start putting every dollar we can into pulling this interest down so we can start making more money. Radioactive waste, 300 an hour? Sign me up. Okay. We're gonna put some radioactive waste and a wind turbine outside. I'm sure people... Oh, they don't like it at all. Okay. Let's see. Can I put it over here? Yeah, here we go. No one goes over there. So as long as they don't touch it... There's a lot of room out over here. What the heck? I didn't realize that. Yeah, we got a lot of space out here. Okay. Just don't go over there. We're generating money to pay down our debts. Okay, yeah. Let's try to pay off the one with the most interest. I mean, they're pretty comparable. All right, look at that. Let's start giving some training. Digital ID really reduces the amount of time. I like to go down by type. Just makes it easier on my head. All right, digital ID. And then let's do uplifting aura increases satisfaction amongst nearby guests and mood for nearby staff by 15%. Okay, that could be pretty good. Now the cleaner. So Sprinting Pro, you get a 50% increase, but consume more energy. Speedwalker, 30%. This, to be quite honest, we do a lot of walking. We don't have the money for it. Okay. That's some good training right there. Yeah, we're trying to get these people in and out, but we got the business folk coming. That's what's good. Here we go, 28,000. We're just going to start to aggressively pay down our debt. Should get us positive here shortly. There we go. Yeah, money's coming in. All right, we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to get rid of the waste now. We just lost our maintenance staff. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the toxic waste. Just the toxic environment. Okay, we'll pay this off. All right, maintenance staff. Extroverted nerd, shouter bar lover, bright outlook. Like that. That's a good one. All right, food ingredients missing. So let's see what was missing. It looks like they got it stocked fast enough. She didn't like something. What did she not like? Low attractive area, unhappy with salary. Okay, couple of things. Staff overview. Meet all salary. Raise it 2%. We have a couple of dollars. All right. So we should, in fact, put up some decorations. Let's put a decoration up. Let's do black painting. I like this one. Put it right there. Start prettying up the place a little bit. Actually, you should go behind the juicer. There we go. All right, downstairs. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to copy. Let's get the elevator in the right spot. There we go. Got the small truck still. I should probably throw them out. All right, let's look at what techs we can get now. We have a lot. Premium bathing. That's a good one. Let's do salary manager so we don't have to do that anymore. Stock market, conference room, refreshments, so soda machine and ice cream machine. We need to get the bar up at some point. So the soda machine, let's put it next to these guys over here once we get the cash. Probably should have kept that toxic waste. It wasn't hurting nobody. We're making some money. It was only 300 an hour though. I mean, it does add up. Ooh, micro wind turbine. Another one. Now we'll decline it. There we go. We got some money. Oh, we're at negative 46. Okay. So one of the techs that we should get, we should increase right here how much credit we can take. So we can take out the negative 60,000 now. Okay. There's a lot of good stuff. I'm going to hold off on some of it. Let's do the bar and premium bathing. All right, we're going to close this area off. There we go. We're going to do a black outline. White floor. All right, this is now a conference room. Conference rooms are actually really simplistic. Get 2 tables like that. Place for them to eat. Some whiteboards. You're good to go. That's really it. Some water in here. This is great. It's really all they need. One thing I would like to do is get the upgraded air conditioner. There we go. Now we can upgrade all of these air conditioning units. These are bringing down the attractiveness, so this is actually a good thing to do. So yeah, these all have negative attractiveness. So once we get rid of that, it will. Yeah, you see the value. Yeah, we're actually upgrading a couple of things, but yeah, the bathrooms. We can go up to negative 60 thou. I think I should probably just get the AC units for now. There we go. Okay. It was a little pricey, but it was worth it. I kind of want to do something here. I mean, we got the French balcony. I like the French balcony. Thinking we do this, the fishbowl kind of thing. There we go. Now they have a place to gather. Okay, so we did, in fact, get the stock market. So the stock market, you can see dividend yields. Now there's a ton of different areas. Greedman Bank just sounds right. Ooh, Little Martha's Bank, 6%. But you have no idea if the value on these is gonna, tank. And probably the higher the yield, there might be some volatility. Increase spending on loan interest. Daily spending to reach. Ooh, wow. Player impact. Volatility high. Yeah, there we go. So this is a low volatility, 3.9%. That is cool. Yeah, I'm geeking out a little bit. All right, 4.6. Yeah, volatility very high. That's, yeah, Greedman Bank is just dumb. Like, that's a easy buy. You just sit there and collect the dividend. Low volatility, 7%, but you see it's... Wow, and you can buy it cheap. If this were to go up, you would get a pretty good return. Coca-Cola Company. Okay, I like this one. We're going to buy as much as we possibly can. We've lost $2 we just bought. Beautiful. We're going into debt, and we're buying stock. Okay. A low volatility and a 7% yield, and we're like at the bottom. I don't know what these people do. Food and beverages, right? Player impact. Increase guests staying at your hotel. Upper crust. Okay. So that's actually another thing. So by purchasing some of these companies, we can impact our gameplay. Guests to reach max player impact to 50 brat. Okay. So we want one that's going to be good with the business class. Business. Guests to reach max player impact. Increase guests staying at your hotel of this type. Business. Really low yield. Technology sector. Oh, man. Oh, look at that. We're up 577. Oh, we're down a lot of money. Okay. So I need to let this place start to recover from me. We need to get to a point where we're just making a lot of money. So we'll make a good chunk of change from all the people who are staying here. The restaurant, honestly, is pulling in some pretty serious numbers, like 900 a plate. So we're just going to let things play out. Now let's come back over here. I have a crazy idea. It involves taking out another loan. Oh boy, keep me away. All right, tumble dryer. Yeah, let's let's start upgrading our kitchens and stuff. We're gonna be fine. We're starting to pay down the loan. Our debt ratio is getting lower. All right, yeah, look at that. We're back down to negative 30, negative 29. I'm gonna keep paying this down. Nice. B credit score. Let's check out the stock market. So we bought right here. It's up a bit. That's pretty decent. We got a bit of a way to go, though. What I'm thinking we should actually do at this point is just take out a big, big loan. Let's pause. We're gonna unlock another loan. We're gonna max out how much we can take. Okay, 168,000. That's almost enough. Okay, we're gonna take it. I know that seems probably insane, and it's not. We're gotta spend money to make money, man. Okay, so we're gonna get up on the top area here. A lot of housing. Just need to cut this up. All right, so now we don't really have any need for spas or any of that junk. We're just appealing to a very small segment, the business class. Let's get this proper. Let's get a bunch of these guys going. We don't need a staircase anymore. And we're gonna make a new kind of room. It's gonna be a 2x6. Okay, second thing we need to do. Increase our credit limit once more. Send these guys back. Let's hire the next size up. Should probably have upgraded that to... Let's see. Oh, I can. Nice. I know that cost me $1,000 to call them, but let's send them back home. All right, let's call these guys 12 workers. That'll be much faster. Oh gosh, we're already down a lot of money. I have a feeling we're gonna need a lot of these, so I'm gonna start layering it. It has a lot. Okay. So here's the real question. If I do 2x6s here, how many of these can I do? Okay, perfect. 2x6 doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A lot of things don't make sense, actually. Okay. Yeah, you know, the 3x4 it really just works. This is the problem, is you need a window, okay? You need a window to make this work. I think what we'll do is we'll just have some rooms that are a little cooler than others. This will just be the cool side of... Right? We got this big open area here. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll figure something out to do with it. Let's get AC in here. All right, door time. All right, we gotta get the bathrooms. Oh, nice. Yeah, the bathroom in the back corner right there. That's not bad. I'm gonna get the bathrooms up first. That way I can kind of organize my thoughts. This one has to go that way. Has to. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do dark doors. Okay. Doorway inside. This is kind of confusing. Who is who? Okay. This is just... Yeah, this doesn't exist here. There we go. It's just bonus room. All right, now we can just copy the door. Not bad. Just gotta make sure I put everyone to the right place. Oh boy. Oh no, yeah. This one right here has to go the other way. You can't get in. Should line up with this one too. Okay, perfect. That's kind of cool. Got a double door thing going on. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling better about this now. Except for this one. This one's all off. Cancel. Okay, and everything is lined up. Perfect. Things are about to get weird now. Okay, so the only bad thing about this, so these two are the same. Yeah. This is gonna be, so I'm just gonna do this all and show you the end result. All right, there are all the bedrooms, bathrooms for each of these locations. There we go. Got all the bathrooms. Now the money. Now the money. Okay, single bed. Let's make this the red floor. All right, beds all down. Okay, got all those guys. Wardrobes. I'm gonna put case stands right over here. This gentleman did not get a door. Okay, bathroom time. This one did not get a door. Yeah, there's just a couple of little things like that. Okay, toilets and all. Next step. Basin. Basin down. All right, shower time. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. Now we need to paint it all. We're going to keep it simple. Just use the same kind of wood theme. All the rooms, even the inner sector. Oh, we don't have enough money. Okay. Well, that will get us started. Yeah, and down here, doing pretty good. All right, so one of the things we should train our gentlemen on, maintenance staff, train to be a technician. Automatically restore a completely destroyed item. Very, very good. And Ghostbusters a good one too. Ooh, we were really in the hole. Yeah, that interest is 3,900. Yeah, we got to get these houses up. No, boy, I didn't put AC units in. Not enough money. Okay, that's going to be a problem. AC is going to be the next thing I put in all these places. And windows. Okay, so I think we're in good shape. These guys are costing me a fortune. I got to send them home. Let's just call the small team in. Do spot work. All right, 3 stars, not bad. All right, we'll get some windows in here. I'm going to try to line the windows up with what we see below us. I like to keep it all uniform so it doesn't look like a psycho's house. There we go. Okay, let's get to painting. All right, and for the bathrooms, we're going to do a half wood, half white. That's looking pretty good, actually. All right, that's all done. And for the floor, we're just going to keep it simple. Wood floor. Even the outside, we don't have enough money. Okay. Okay, now the big thing, AC units. And we also need to put in our folding areas. Okay, yeah, we're running low on the dough. But we'll get this area up. That will bring in some revenue that we desperately need. All right, look at that. Getting them ACs. I think we're in business now. All right, so the floor, I think we'll just use white tile. Maybe stone. Yeah, stone looks a little bit better. That's really cheap too, 160. We can afford that. Oh, guess not. No, we're broke. All right, we got a little bit of money now. Once we get this all rolling, we'll be in good shape. And then the center area, let's just do wood flooring on that too. Okay, so that's as tall as we can go. This is it. So now the object is to just make money, clean everything up, maximize our profits in the areas that we have already. I mean, like, technically speaking, we could just destroy things and put housing, but I like it. You know, keep it simple, keep it dialed in, keep your costs low, you know. So over here, we can see this is a bottleneck, this fridge. We're going to upgrade that fridge. And we're going to make another one so that we always have enough food. In fact, we should upgrade anything we possibly can in here. Okay. The other thing that we need to do desperately up here is get ironing boards. We got windows. Ironing board can go right here, no problem. Okay, ironing boards all around. Perfect. So now we can get business class folk in here. Looks like we might need a couple more of these. I'm going to copy this over. Need a little bit more tableware there. And we need to make it so that the chocolate is on the bed in all of these rooms. I think it's worth it. Just 10 bucks. Anything to bring customer satisfaction up, like, it's going to help you. It's going to attract more people, keep the rooms full. All right, there we go. And we have enough now. We're at 36,000. We have enough to start doing training again. So like I said, let's look at our maintenance staff. I want him to be a technician. I want him to be a Ghostbuster in case anyone dies here. You can get rid of them. They have ghosts. And I'm thinking electrical engineer. Electrical machines maintained by this person need to be repaired less often. It's a good one. Now I'm also noticing that he is the only maintenance staff we have. So introverted perfectionist, bright outlook. Let's get this guy. Another one. We need 2 maintenance staff though. You can't just have one dude doing everything like that. Okay, so let's go to receptionist. So the receptionists, they all have digital handle IDs. Key card certified. Switches to key cards, allowing faster check-ins without walking to key cabinets. That's cool. Let's do that for both of them. The cleaner, speed walking on everybody. Okay, and vacuum specialist is a good one. They do a lot of vacuuming. I'm gonna get that on every single one of them. And the chef, okay, so we need to come up here. So this is important because we're preparing realistically just one dish. And let's do 2. So we're doing lobster. And if we do, yeah, they like oysters as well. Okay, and then what do we need for oysters? Just a kitchen bench. Okay, that's a very, very easy thing for us to do. Put that in the back next to the dumpster. Perfect. Okay, so we're doing just crazy amounts of seafood, and you'll see why I think that's a smart thing to do here. So with our chefs, all right, thermal vision grants precise heat control required to make exquisite versions of certain dishes. So if we come back up and look at the meals, it will tell you, right? Perfect plating and seasoning on both of them, and thermal vision for lobsters. So perfect plating for sure, and seasoning, and then thermal vision if we have it. So yeah, perfect plating for both of them. And then sensational seasoning. We're gonna make a fortune, okay? Now for our wait staff, we want uplifting aura. This is all about the experience for the guests, right? 15%, okay? Fine table settings, adds extra touch. Required for brats and upper crust guests to give the highest score. So we don't need this. It won't do anything for us. Now upsellers will give us an additional $100 on every entry. That's pretty big. We get a lot of people. Professional greeting, they're willing to wait 30% longer. We're not going to have that problem. Increases energy 30%. That's not a bad one, but I don't think it's a problem. Boost the energy of nearby staff by 15%. I like that. I'm going to give them both leadership. They'll give us a boost to the kitchen staff, everyone that they come across. Perfect. All right, maintenance people. All right, so this gentleman down here, I'm going to give him heavy lifter. He can carry boxes 50% faster. I think that's a good one. We don't have a bellhop. We don't have the bartender yet. Okay, so those are other things that we can get into. So we do have the bar. We do have a little bit of cash. I'm going to hold off on the bar, though. All right, yeah. We're going to start paying down our debts. We're going to be pulling in a lot of money now, okay? We're training our staff to honestly make us more money. And we're going to have a bunch of rooms up top once this is all done. I'm going to fire these individuals. And we're going to hire the big boys to come up and finish the job. Put up a thing up here. Let's get it done. We definitely need more cleaning staff. Cheat champion nerd, you are hired. All right, over here, we're going to put a little breezeway. Okay. And in this breezeway, we're going to put some trash. There we go. And we'll just put some trash cans outside here for people. Same thing. Okay, look at this. This is crazy. All right, we need more staff. Memory master, hypochondriac, dense, does not learn. Oof. You know what? Let's go with the hypochondriac. And we're gonna need another chef that can't keep up. Plant perfectionist, dense, anxious, caffeine addict. Okay, well you're hired because you had the best out of everybody. And we're gonna need another one of these. Oh, look at that. We're very cash positive right now, 33,000. We're gonna pay down as much of the debt as possible. This is actually crazy. We're gonna need another waiter. Memory master dense. All right, you're hired. Yeah, we're losing customers. And the fridge. Oh, we got 2 fridges. That's good. All right, let's see if we can upgrade the fridge. All this stuff down here. Let's do it. Beautiful. Go down to the floor here. Upgrade this room. There we are. We're gonna need some more towels. You can already see it. That was pretty good. We're making really good progress. But there's a bit more to do to dial all this in. So now we just play that waiting game. We just need to get out of debt. You gotta spend other people's money to make money, as they say, right? No radioactive waste this time. We're doing pretty decent. I mean, our debt's actually fairly low. We've really reduced our interest costs. I think we're going to be, as you can see, our cash flow is pretty darn positive. I think in a moment here, we're going to be in the money. We got this floor going. Look how sharp this is, too. So these are all business class people. So what I found is nice is to kind of build the area out for them. So the business people, they like coffee. We have no money. I keep forgetting we're broke. Okay, credit champion 100,000. There we go. Now we got some money. Kinda, right? We got other people's money. Perfect. All right, so coffee machine here and here. And then on the other side, I actually kind of think I like this kind of layout. Let's find something else that they like. All right, the business people like pool tables. So, you know, what's classier than a pool table right outside your bathroom? We'll do that, and we can kind of, you know, it's going to suck whoever has that room. They're going to have a lot of noise issues. Put up some TVs or something. But make this area just easier for them to get the things that they like. All right, the business people don't like water. That's actually kind of surprising. Let's go to our tech tree. Yeah, we have their entertainment. We have their refreshments. We have the stock market. Premium seating's a good one. Let's get a stove for gas. Let's increase our staff limit. Oh, there's a lot of good ones. We'll get the refreshments here and entertainment. We'll see if any of these correspond to anything that they like. Okay, so sporty only. Backpacker sporty. Backpacker sunbather and the soda machine. Yeah, they're pretty simple. They are pretty simple. Oh, nice. The business people like darts. There we go. Dartboards. And we'll get some chairs in here just because. One thing that's kind of cool is the open elevators. They look really ugly. So what I like to do is just wall in the part that's not being used, right? You can technically even wall this part in. Pause real quick. Go to the door if you want to make it look, you know, like a freaking open little thing. There you go. It just makes it look a little classier. All right, we'll speed this up. Beautiful. Okay, and let's make it match the wood. Perfection. Yeah, it just makes it look a little classier. And then, you know, if we have the money, which we do, we're actually pulling in quite a bit. Let's pause the game real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little carpeted area there. And in front of each of the doors, I'm gonna put a carpet. Just something to kind of spice it up a bit. And this, you know, this back section right here too. We're gonna seal this off. Probably do something very similar. Scope. Oh, we have the big boys here. Okay, let's fire the big boys. Yeah, they're expensive. Let's pull in just 2 workers. These are small jobs now. And we can't go any higher than this. This is the roof. I'm thinking back here we put another pool table. There we go. Put some TVs. Put a couch. There we go. Now they can be terrified and enjoying themselves at the same time. I don't know what's on the news, but it's like fire and stuff. In today's news, fire. Fire hot. Beautiful. Okay, this thing, it's 75,000, but they like the way it looks. I'd actually rather put this in a room to increase that room value. So let me show you. All right, so the value of this room is 20,630, right? And the business folk here, he's paying 3,100 for this room. He really likes the room. But you know what would make him like the room even more? A subjectively not impressive painting that's $75,000. There we go, 75,000. So let's watch this in real time. Valued 95,000. Now he's paying 4,900. Okay, and we can move this painting. So 4,900. Now he's only willing to pay 3,100. So this $75,000 painting. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, dude. So if I were to just layer this room and these awful paintings, we could probably make an absolute fortune. Like, look at Sporty. Sporty goes from 3,400 to $5,000, man. Now it's gonna take forever for us to, you know, pay off that investment. I just think it's funny. It's, you know, I'm getting 1,000 per stay. So I'm gonna need like, you know, 75 stays, and then it's pure profit, right? Actually, a little bit better than that, but it's 1,500. So yeah, it's like 50 stays basically. Yeah, and 50 stays, I'll have broken even on that. It'll be my 75,000. Because we're making an extra 15. We got a 3 stars. They did not enjoy the seating. They found the entertainment variation appalling. The gym, they're not sure how they feel. Not enough variation. They enjoy the size. Customer service at the restaurant sucked. And the bar. Okay. So, ooh, we are very much in debt. Okay, so now we're going to start aggressively paying down our debt. Lower the interest. This is daily interest, by the way. Look how much money we're losing daily. So we got to get rid of that. So the conference room, we're actually making a good chunk of change off the conference room. 17,000, not bad. And that's in 24 hours. Far more than the restaurants kind of keeping close. What's good with the conference room, though, is it just takes space, right? I'm wondering if we make the conference room a little more ritzy. Maybe they'll pay more. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty good conference room. There's definitely enough space for everybody. Let's upgrade the trash can. All right. Upgrade laundry services. Yeah. It's just kind of funny to see one that's valued at, you know, 19,000. Then you come up here, this one stupid painting makes this 100,000. We're making a fortune off that. That's great. Yeah, I like this area down here. I mean, down here we have another big area. I mean, like a part of me wants to turn this into a giant, yeah, a big part of me right now wants to redo this. We don't need a big old area here. I'm gonna move these guys over here. Okay. This will be the staff room from now on. I'm gonna leave this. In fact, I'm gonna copy that here. So we're gonna get out. Whoa, that was weird. It clicked really fast. All right, so let's do a couple things. We have negative 34,000, which means we have 65-ish. Yeah, we're at 35-ish. We can spend. Okay, bar there. Staff room here. And we're gonna just move everything over. Destroy this door. Move the AC in here. All right, I think we can do this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Give it some depth. Totally get rid of this. Yeah, you can see the staff room's getting full. Get rid of this wall. And there we go. I'm gonna switch this up a bit back here. Thinking what we do is we put these guys back here. We don't need a door here anymore. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Get this here. There we go. I think that looks a little bit cleaner. You know, realistically, we don't need 2 skill training desks. We probably just need more room. We're going to have a lot of staff, so I want to make sure there's ample room for everybody. And we need a red chair. I don't know why. I think we need it. Put the red chair back here. And then over here, we need to completely just rethink the space. Ooh, elegant. Yeah, do that. Oh, yeah, the dark color. And we'll keep the dark color here, but we're going to turn this into a giant fishbowl. For some reason, it won't let me do it here. That's okay. Yeah, that's weird. All right, let's try from the other side. Oh, it's because of TV. You know what? They need a television in here. We have a couch in here. I actually kind of like the couch in there. Copy this. All right, so we're going to expand the zone. Some boards up everywhere. Make them think they are in paradise, right? There we go. Okay, that looks good, decent enough. I'll get us 2 more tables in here, though. Get a TV or 2 up on the walls. They like to look at the fire. Okay, and then over here, we need to, like, bring this zone to the future here. Let's get some more stuff. We're not going to need this much trash receptacles because we're going to upgrade these. Yeah, and then we can put toolbox back here. Actually, I think this looks better back here in the corner. The boxes over here. There we go. I'm going to put the trash a little bit closer to the front. Let's go to our tech tree. Let's see if we can upgrade that to a big old dumpster. We'll get rid of this guy and we'll build a dumpster in its place. There we go. Let's get another snacks table in here. Double the snacks. All right, still 3 stars. That's all right. I just realized there's a couple of spots that are off. Just make sure we get the whole area, okay? There we go. I also don't like the floor in here. We're gonna make it wood. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. We'll do this for the inside there. All right, yeah, it evolved. We didn't need as much space as I thought. And we need more seating in the lounge. Let's do this. I think the maintenance staff needs more people. We really need to be on top of some of this stuff. Caffeine, energetic, he's perfect. I don't even need to look at the other guys. All right, I'm going to fire these gents because they're just taking forever. We're at a positive 88,000, by the way. Let's just start paying off all the debt. There we go. We're totally out of debt. It's ridiculous. We're awesome. Look at the 6 workers. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, bar time. So let's get the drink menu up first. And that will tell us what we need. All right, so the business people, they like martinis. And they like champagne. We need to expand. I want to like have a lot of choices. Let's get 2 more choices in here. Oh, that was like literally it. All right. Just the 2. I like this one. I think we'll just have it. All right, 3 choices. Good enough. All right, so we're going to want, okay. So I'm thinking 2 counters. Big old rack of jugs. Jug rack, if you will. 2 stations to mix. Definitely need the glassware. That was really it. Soft drink fridge. Grapefruit fridge. Ice cream machine. This one you don't, yeah, ice cream machine. Yeah, we can put it right here. Okay, and then tables. And let's spice it up. Let's do the yellow tables. Perfect. All right, we're gonna assign 2 staff here. Hopefully I can get Drinks McGee. Nice. We got Drinks McGee, he's a guy I made. Perfectionist, nerd, energetic. Okay. And then the second dude, lost in thought may become preoccupied. I don't like that, but he is an aeration master. Bad temper, musical wonder. Okay, let's just do the guy lost in thought. All right, we got our stupid bar up. We got a much bigger area for the conference hall. I like it. We even did a little bit of a better job over here too. Okay, yeah, upgrade that. We're actually doing decent over here. I feel like we need to organize it just because it looks, you know, horrendous. Yeah. Let's see. Towels there. Just a lot of towels. These people like towels. Do it like that. I think actually we'll put these guys on the... Oof. Didn't mean to do that. Kind of messed it up. Yeah, there we go. I want them to just like walk in and get to work, right? This, you don't even need a laundry basket really, if you have enough space. Man, we need more towels, as you can see. So we actually need quite a bit of everything. Let's get more sheets. Just get more of everything, right? And let's get more machines. All right, we're cooking with gas now. So realistically, what I think we should find is a small piece of artwork that we can place in every room. But one of the better ways is through technology. Yeah, luxurious bedding would really help. We may need to get a brat room. Let's see what we can do here. This is not big enough for a brat room. I could move this out here. We don't need this chair. We don't need this. Okay, let's get rid of this. We're gonna expand this room into the brat room so I can get the technology. You're moving on up. Yeah, let's get that out. All right, bedroom is being expanded now. If you want to iron your clothes, you got to go all the way over here. Ooh, it's hot in here. Okay, so now I got rid of the AC. Let's get another AC in here. Let's make sure the bar has AC. Bar doesn't have AC, so let's put one in here. All right, yeah, the bar is looking actually pretty decent. Okay, so for the brat, we need a 4-star review, and we need an upgraded bathroom. Done. All right, so we just need that 4-star review. Okay, well, we have the bar now, which we didn't have before. And we're going to go upgrading all the bathrooms. So you'll see that room value is 17,000. Upgrade the bathroom. Room value 19,000. I find that this is the best way to increase the value of everything because you also get, I mean, it just makes sense. You're taking things that already exist, right? Which means I have all that space for future upgrades. So we'll do this guy first. All right, get all the guys down here. Yeah, and they spend money on the pool tables. I did not know that. Get that painted. There we go. So now we have one cool room. It's not that cool, but let's put the painting in here. Get that money coming in. This may have actually been overkill. I think just the 2 tables was enough, but I could have put a spa in here. Yeah, I don't know. Size 56. I don't know that it actually made much of a difference. Outside of like maybe the snack bar. We could have put that over here. A 3-star. Okay, so what do they not like? They don't like the fact we don't have a spa. You have to have it for 5 stars. The bar, they hated the drink quality. That's kind of weird. Restaurant, they thought was good. The gym, they thought needed some more variation. Entertainment, yeah, refreshments, variation, availability. I feel like that's a misunderstanding. Item tier, room value. Okay. So there's some things we can improve upon. All right, let's expand our staff limit. Premium seating, why not? Upgrade all of these guys. All right, yeah, some of these places we still haven't upgraded. Okay, let's get all these upgrades in here. I think he also stayed in one of the lower tier apartments. So, you know, that causes issues too. All right, we're actually like really wealthy. So, stock market time. Greedman Bank. I say, yeah, we can buy, let's just buy like 20 at a time. All right, we're gonna have to buy 50 at a time. Okay, so now we have couple hundred thou invested in Greedman Bank at a 3.99% dividend yield. Kind of feeling foolish we didn't invest before. It doesn't matter. Player impact. Okay, increase spending on loan interest. All right, we're only up 2 grand, but it's the dividends, right? So we go to our cash flow. We look at our income. Conference room. The restaurant's now beating the conference room substantially. We just got our first dividend of 5,500. So that's what we're going to focus on, is just building out our massive empire by just investing. That's actually kind of crazy. We're making quite a bit of, like, this is 24 hours. We're making 5,000 every 24 hours off that one purchase. Okay, so we're going to do something. Look at the interest, daily interest, right? 1.55, 2.25, 1.77. Now, we don't pay taxes, so we're going to take out every one of these loans. We're going to throw it into this because we're getting a higher yield. This kind of seems dumb, right? It seems very stupid, but we're going to do it. I mean, it's not stupid. It's stupid that the game lets you do this, but we'll take out all those loans. We'll buy into the stock. So now we have 1.2 million. We're going to have to go down to 50s. Okay. There we go. All right. So now we owe a bunch of money, but the interest that we get daily. Okay. So the dividend yield is every 7 days. So yeah, taking out a loan. So basically what I did here is I took out a loan to buy a bunch of stocks. The interest here is daily interest. So yeah, that is a very foolish thing to do, but it is funny. The thing is we did make some money, so I can sell all of that stock, right? I definitely did not make money doing this, and we can pay out everything. Boom. So every 7 days, we will get a good chunk of change. That's not a bad return, okay? So we're going to go into Greedman Bank. All of these seem to be 7-day yields. Perfect. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, and we're deep, yeah, we're not going to take any more loans out because that's a daily interest. So times that times 7, right? We, like, even on this guy, we'd have to be getting way over, 9 or 10% on the stocks for that to make any sense. I wish they would have one unit of measurement. Like, this one's 7, this one's 5. This one's 43.2. It's like, just keep it daily, man. Keep it simple. But that's all right. And it's time for the education of our workforce. Okay, Drinks McGee. Mixologist for sure. I don't have enough money. That's right. Silver Tongue is so good, $50 on every order. So you can really start just dialing in the cash. So let's actually take we have 2 receptionists.
That'll be it.
We have more than enough cleaning. We have 3 chefs, 4 waiters, 3 maintenance, no bellhops, 2 bartenders, no croupiers. I don't even. What is a croupier? I don't know. I don't want to know. Sounds dirty. Yeah, I'm actually kind of thinking we could put a sauna in here. Yeah, we're not, or a spa, I should say. But the spa requires us to get to the next tier. If we go to our, ooh, that looks ugly. I'm like a dog sometimes. I'm like, squirrel, ugly wall. Like, John, that's my name, John. It's like, everybody's dying. It's like, but the wall must be clean. And we'll get to the peasants later. Okay. All right, so we just need that 4-star review. We need a review. Oh, okay, yeah, so the spa's down here under the brats, along with the luxury settings. Additional candidate slots are nice. Let's do that. Let's get that double room. Double beds. I've never really done the double beds. I don't know if they patched it, but before, one person would still just go in there. Let's upgrade all of our menus. Let's honestly just upgrade everything. We have 55 points. Wow. Speedy builders, bigger trucks. Do that. Do it all. Almost maxed out the tech tree. All right, we got 30 grand and a burning desire. Receptionist. Okay, so there. Wow, fully maxed out. Upseller for sure. Let's make some more money. So the upseller. Encourage them to buy a postcard. All right, so do we have postcards? Yeah, we do in the corner. Perfect. Rule by fear. Lowering their mood. Okay, leadership, 15% increase. Yeah, that's a cool one. Let's do leadership here and uplifting aura for the guests. Okay, that's a good one for the receptionist. Cleaner. All right, so the cleaner, speed walking on you. Vacuum specialist. Okay, so the rest of them. Recycling expert's kind of cool. $5 for every items they throw in the dumpster. I don't think it's worth it. Like in the grand scheme of thing. We're gonna make them all good at mopping. Basically, like the ultimate cleaners. All right, the chef, same thing. Perfect plating. Remember we went over this. We're doing seafood, so. Okay. Next, leadership, uplifting aura. This is nearby guest though. Thermal vision. Yeah. Let's do thermal vision on you. For them lobsters. Okay. Uplifting aura for all of our wait staff. Upseller for sure. $100 per visit. Okay. And fine dining. Why not? Why not? I know only the brats and the upper crust like it, but maybe it will help us out. Okay. Heavy lifter I think is really useful. Electrical engineer allows things to be replaced less often. I think that's good enough for now. I don't really see too many things. And the bartenders, okay. Now, mixologist for sure on both of them. And Drinks McGee, Silver Tongue, $50 extra on every order. We'll get Silver Tongue on all of them. Okay, so only one will train at a time, and that will kind of help with the natural bottlenecks. Let's request that Critic. And we're clawing our way out. We're clawing our way out. I kind of feel like, okay, so we're spending a lot of money, right? Each one of these is 226, and we're getting a good return. I'd have to bust out the math, see what return is better, like investing in the artwork, right? Cleanliness of the art is not very good. All right, so we want expensive but functional. 1,000, 75,000. Okay, cool. It'd be nice if there were some. We can get the singing cod. That's 500. Ski decorations. Yeah, a lot of skiing going on here. Okay. Wow, Mona Lisa, 1 mil. Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, you have to, unfortunately, go to the missions to unlock a good many. Ooh, ancient shield. That's cool, though. Yeah. It really doesn't fit. It really doesn't fit, but, yeah, shield's above the bed. That's a good 8 grand. And I can mask that. All right, let's just do it for a few of them. So the value of this room is 43,000. Let's see. Value of this room is 19,000. Now, what the heck? 19,000, and then you put this for 8,000. It goes to 43,000. But you are limited by space, right? So there's a huge premium. This is a good deal. 8 grand. Wow, plus 13 for this little statue guy. Now we'll put some statues in here, but plus 12, plus 15. What about this fish? Plus 4. Okay. And the skis. The skis are actually pretty good. Plus 10. I think, yeah, the skis are actually amazing. Plus 10 for really cheap. I kind of feel like the ancient shields, though. Okay, we're going to do something really, really dumb. We're going to call this the shield room. It's going to look horrendous. But it's also going to allow us to charge a pretty stupid premium. All right, so this room is now worth 228,000. And they're going to pay 6 grand. That's not bad. It's not bad. And they're going to pay over here only 4 grand. So we spent quite a bit of money for that extra 2K. But if you look at the one painting that cost 75, not bad. So realistically, yeah. Oh, nice. The Critic's going to the shield room. Maybe we'll get that 4 stars. Okay, so they're paying 4, and he's paying 6. That's not like crazy amount, though. Wow, the sofa adds 10. All right, I'll put a sofa in here. So we're just going down. We're just going down the line. We're looking for those big prestige. Oh, wow. Yeah, we should definitely hang something. Not enough money. Oh, man, I'm broke. Yeah, okay, so we know, and you can see even here, they're unhappy. They're really unhappy. Low attractiveness, low energy. Yeah, so they're unhappy with the attractiveness. So let's change that. This moose head, 12 prestige. It's a very prestigious moose head. Which, I mean, look at it. I actually think these paintings are where it's at. They give 9 prestige. And look at that, we can give a little sunset in here. There we go. Making a better world. Nice. We got our 4 star. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay. I'm gonna put 2 of these back here. The bar is really ugly place. You do want to get some prestige in here. And a cowboy boot. Yeah, right there. Look at that cowboy boot. That cowboy boot gives us 16. But it fits, you know, it fits the theme in here too. I gave you guys a cool painting and you still don't like your room? These guys are fussy. Alright, I'll give you guys another cool painting. Right when you enter the door. There we go. And now it is an attractive place. I'm wondering if, what the attractiveness of this area might be. Okay, so we can get a spa. We can get bellhops. Let's do luxury bedding. And yeah, that's a good one. Oh yeah, look at that. Went from this place looking like a Motel 6 to a Motel 6 on acid. I don't know. it's the bed. Yeah, it's not that much of an improvement. Yes. Come to the Motel 6. You won't be scared by the quality of the people around you. You'll be tripping out in the shield room. Having the worst trip of your life. Okay, let's get some windows in here. I'm thinking... Can't place that here. Okay. What do I have here? Oh, a shield. Okay. Let's sell one of these. Oh, God, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's get some more windows on this. I like it. We got ourselves our first brat. And they're paying 67. Now, business pays 6, but that's because of, you see the approval, right? So there's like a couple of things you gotta look at. Valuation of the room. and how happy that person is. I only wanted the brat for the tech. And I typically... Okay, let's fire the team. Now let's call in the small dogs. I like to keep them on the retainer, so to speak. Well, it's not really a retainer. I'm paying them hourly. Crap. I like to keep them around. And we need more staff. Aeration master. Kind-hearted. Bad temper energetic. Extroverted energetic. This is a good one here. Wow, extrovert memory master punching bag. There we go. Let's get another wait staff in here. This person, we almost lost them. And I think beyond thinking, we need another chef. Hypochondriac, no. Bad temper, no. Bar lover, nerd, eh. Extrovert, bright, hypochondriac. Got some people, got some yeah. All right, let's go with the nerd. We got some people who need help though, that's for sure. All right, let's upgrade the kitchen. There's a lot of good upgrades here. Yes, come to the Motel 6. We've got a boat and a glass container. This place is depressing me, actually. But we are finally making some cash, and I think we made some good improvements, so the money should start rolling in. The tech points, though, they're gonna come in. You get them per day, right? So when they check out, it depends too if they're staying 1 or 2 days. Primarily, though, I just really wanted luxury bathing. That way we can increase the prestige. Wow, 1.48% interest. What a good loan. We have absolutely no need for it though. So now we're at that point where 0.5% property tax per built tile. Yeah. I mean, we're at a good point. Our costs are far lower than our income. We're making quite a bit off the conference room and the restaurant. The bar is starting to pull its weight. Entertainment, not so much. Refreshments, not so much. Customer service, 150. I think that's from the perks or something. The postcards. Oh, woo. Yeah, that postcard money. That's really making a difference. Expenses are staff. Corporate taxes. Property taxes are low. Items are low. Construction, this will fade. Our net worth is 1.6 mil. Profit per day, 52,000. Profit per employee, 2,492. Yeah, we're doing okay. Stock earnings, 35,000. All right, we bought. Look at that. We sold and then it crashed. That's kind of cool. We need to watch this a little bit better. We still have a bit left. Okay. Let's look at some other people. Ooh. Let's look for something that's doing bad. Oh, wow. We still own stock down here. Looks like we bought here and just totally lost our shirts. I'm going to sell. Yeah, we owe 35 shares. I'm going to sell all of this. And everything just boomed. Technify software. Increase guesting. Business type. Oh, okay. This increases our... Yeah. And look at that. It's down. It's down so much. Wow, even... It's so cheap. It's so cheap. It's only 48 a pop. There we go. Dividend is terrible. But... I don't have a follow of that. But, yeah, no, it's terrible. But we get this. Increase guest staying at your hotel. Guest to reach max player impact 70. 30%. Okay. That will help us with bringing people in. This is for brats. Grandma's Nuclear Power Co. That sounds scary. All right. Drill down ink. This is energy. Whoa. 6% every 7th day. Oh, every 2nd day. This is when it's paid, but it's still paid every 7. Well, that's the yield. Oh, okay. That's still the yield every 7 day, but this is every 5th day. Okay, so that's cool. Every 2nd day. You won't get the 4. You'll have to divide these to get what you'd get, but it's cool that you can get to a point like that. Oh, man. Volatility, tourism. What does this one do? Oh, this is another business one. Oh, we want this. Fast Cap Corp. Look at that dividend yield too. This is the one to invest in. Greedman's Bank is pretty cool, but Yeah, Fast Cab Corp. All right, we'll remember that. All right, so here's our attractiveness visualizer. We can go through and just see how people feel. Oh, okay. This is cool. I didn't actually know this existed. Oh, we got a 3-star. That sucks. They really hate this place down here. Okay, washroom. It's the trash. It's the trash. Same thing over here. It's the trash that's making it bad. It does make you think. It does make you think a little bit. Okay, let's put up this pretty painting right here. Get some attractiveness in here. Yeah, because people are walking through here and they're like, I don't like this place. That's not good. You got to set the vibe. All right. 2 over here. Heck, put 2 right there. Put more of them. There we go. Okay. And it doesn't look like I put mirrors in the 2nd-story bathroom. There we go. This will raise attractiveness in the bathrooms. This is the fun part, you know, all the little fine-tuning steps. And there we go. Everybody has a mirror now. And then over here, I don't know, we'll put a carpet in here. Will that do it? Get a great carpet. It didn't do much, but it helps. Okay, the kitchen. Let's get some carpets in here. I like this. Let's get a boat in here. Ooh, that actually really helped. And then this guy. Why not mix it up? There we go. Little Spartan shield above the trash can. Maybe that will help us. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we got rid of a lot of the issues there. Okay, yeah. Spartan shields above all the dumpsters from now on. Oh, nice. And we'll get a Spartan shield over here. Beautiful. Let's get a few Spartan shields in here. Okay. Oh, that helped out tremendously. Temperature's good. Cleanliness. We can kind of see where we're struggling. Cleanliness is great. Okay. So that's pretty cool. We dialed that part of our build in. All right, we got 5 points. Luxury bathing. Let's go up. Start upgrading all the bathrooms. So let's see. How much were we making before? 31. Do the upgrades. 34. Okay, that's a pretty good boost. All right, this floor has been upgraded. Get the 2nd floor upgraded. And there we go. Done. There we go. Cool. We had just enough money to make those upgrades. That's perfect. And there's still a bit more we could do. You know, decorating the hotel. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of, actually like it with the walls up, but okay. So there are like certain things we know for a fact, and that is prestige, me money like. We have lots of wall room we're not using. Just so let's be honest here. We want to make money. I think before we go into stocks, the paint like +9 per 1,000 instead of the shields, which were 20 for 8. I mean, this is where it's at. The issue though is how do you make it not look just, you know, terrible? And you may not be able to. So we're gonna do this in every one of these areas. We're gonna place one more painting. There we go. Get these all walled in there. I'll just put you guys here. Okay. So that raised this room to 30 grand. All right. So now without it, it's 20. Oh, it only raised the value by 1,000. So that's weird. Oh, that's so weird. It is. It must be the value then. This one did the value. Okay. So that's so weird. All right. So this is 8. If I move this out, it was 8. I must. Oh man, I made a mistake. Okay, my bad. It is the value of the object. But that will increase attractiveness. So we do want the most expensive stuff we can get. Okay. So as we kind of, you know, make our coinage, I'm going to go into the back area here, cry for a little bit, and then get to work. No, we're going to decorate. Outside decorations. There's some cool stuff here, all right? It's not all. We got some shrubs. I don't know. I'd like a little bit more of a deserty theme. We got outdoor chairs. We got more fountains. I kind of feel like some tactical fountains right here. I want them to have a good experience out here, right? We got birdhouses, we got chairs, pedestals. Okay, well, this is all weird. 3-star. All right, well, that's not good. It's gonna impact my bottom line. Okay, well, we at least got luxury bedding, right? We got the good stuff. Espresso machine, entertainment, golf simulator. I know for a fact the golf simulator and all that is really only for them. So I would like to, however... Yeah, sure. Let's request a critic. Let's see. We got a popcorn machine. So that's big with backpackers and brats. We don't need that. It is cool, though. You can put it in the bar. And people will still order things that they don't necessarily say that they want, right? So let's turn it around. They have access. They should all be able to get back in here. And I think we can get away with just the one glassware. So let's just delete that. All right, popcorn machine. All right. So specifically, the espresso is liked by the business class. And this is also a bar thing. Oh, okay, we're getting a touch crazy here. Let me think. Ice cream machine, I say we go bye-bye. Forget ice cream. And then we can put this here. So we have a grape fridge. Oh, we have 2 grape fridges. Okay, so we don't need that. Get rid of that. Perfect. And you can actually... sometimes you can do this a little bit better. Yeah, I think this is a good setup. All right, we're positive. We're positive territory again. But we really need to decorate this back section. It's depressing. We get them palm trees. Okay. Let's just do a casual row of palms around the perimeter. There we go. There we are. I'll just fill in these areas with random palms. Brings it all together. And then over here, I feel like we're gonna want some benches outside. And I know it looks kind of weird, but I'm thinking we hedge it. I'm gonna do hedging all the way around. Just like that. And then we'll use like a gravel on this part to kind of make it look neat. Get this whole back area here. Down by the lake over there. And we'll leave it open in front of the chairs here. Okay, I think that looks decent enough. It's gonna take them a little bit to do. There's a lot going on. Okay, so we can do a lighter stone color. Let's do a yellow stone. Like that. We'll just etch it out. Kind of like a little pathway, right? Do that all the way around the whole area. I think it will just... Oopsie daisy, I didn't mean to do that. But that's okay too. Yeah, let's do it 2 tiles wide. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. 1 tile looks a little out of place. Let's do 2 tile wide. There we go. Okay, and that gives us the rest of the beachy area. I think actually I'll fill in this spot here. Let's also put a trash receptacle. We have to have flooring. Let's put it inside here. Okay, yeah, that will give us some stuff. I like the front garden here. I think it could be a little bit better. Let's see. Couple more right here. Let's upgrade these park benches. And this, let's have it come in just a little bit, right? Like that. Little openings. I think we might need an opening here, so let's actually delete that so there's a pathway. And over here too, let's delete this one. Yeah, that will give him access to walk around a little bit better. All right, look at that. It's coming along. This is looking a little bit sharper. All right, I think we need another tree somewhere. Can't place a tree there. Ooh, an outdoor table, eh? All right, yeah, we could try this. Let's put a table here. Some seats. Maybe we got nothing else sitting there. All right, I'm going to fire these guys and call them the big dogs because it's just taking them forever. I'm going to get the biggest team of people ever. Let's get it done. Right? All right, and upstairs, I think we're doing pretty darn good. Okay, now for the rest of this, let's get the entertainment. We're not going to use it, but I like to spend the points. Well, We got a lot of points. It's pretty crazy. I think it's time to buy some stocks. So we had spoken about Fast Cap. Okay, there we go. We're back on 4 stars. Fast Cab Corp. Increases business. More importantly, really good dividend yields. So let's buy 100 at... Ooh, the price is going up. Let's buy as much as we can. Okay, now we can fire these individuals. And call in the small dogs just for ad hoc. Alright, yeah, I actually think that looks pretty decent. Pretty decent. All the way around. Got the trees. Not bad. I don't know if we have enough room on the other side. Nah, we don't. We'd have to move a tree. We could definitely move that tree. And then get another outdoor table over here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Now they look identical. Perfect. Let's see what else. Don't we have fire? We like fire. Yeah. Outside fires. The night. Alright, let's do that in the back corner. There we go. Yeah, nice. Okay. So, we do also know that this place doesn't look too great, right? So this is like their first impression of the place. Let's spice it up. Now, prestige is going to... This is what's going to increase attractiveness. It's not going to increase value. So that's pretty good to know that, because like I said, there are certain objects that do well. I like this little Eiffel Tower. Let's do that in the corner right there. That's a big boom. Okay. And we got the boat here. I'm a big fan of the black and white. Let's put that behind the postcards here. See what that does. That's a good little bump. And then over here, same thing we talked about earlier. It looks really bad when it's exposed like this. So sometimes just walling it in is a pretty good idea. I'll pause real quick. Gotta get the front on. There we go. All right, we're in business. And now we can place things on the wall. All right, let's do a black version of that one. I like that. Hotel name. Let's see. Can't place that here. Okay. Weird. All right, let's put it right here. Let's put the sign right there. There we go. That's a big boost. I'm trying to find something that looks nice. Ooh, this is cool. Neon sign. Yeah, right here. Let's put a neon sign here and here for the bar. I helped out a little bit. I like the pottery. Kind of a high traffic area. Let's put a piece of pottery right here. Ooh, yeah, that had a big impact. Let's see, what can we do? Let's put a piece of pottery right here. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, this area is also pretty depressing. Well, let's see. Yeah, they need levity. Let's put a fish. Put a fish right there. There we go. That didn't do much for them. They like it, but it didn't do much for them. Oh, that's pretty cool. The fishnet. Yeah. Fishnet above there. Yeah, there we go. I like the fishnet. You can put it on the outside too. So let's do fishnets on the outside over here. Yeah, that's cool. Very nice. Okay, we're doing a good job bringing up some stuff. I feel like there's a little bit more that could be done here. This is the conference area. So they're very serious people. This is... Oh, it's not a boat. It's the city. All right, let's put 2 city posters here. Man, these guys are really sad in here. Okay, so we need something prestigious. A lot of this stuff just doesn't really fit. Yeah, let's put the really, really expensive painting in here. They're a little ritzy. That's 75 grand right there. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to see. And then over here, let's try a red. Pink. Okay, the wall's fully done there. Okay, right here. Let's see if that can get us up. Helped a little bit. This is good enough for me for now. And we come up. Oof. We're still suffering pretty bad. Yeah, this has to be remedied too, because let's put the city poster there. Okay, yeah, these people are very sad. Let's put another painting over here. It's actually really important that people feel like, you know, they're not eating at a Denny's when they're in here. We gotta ritz it up. Let's go for... Okay, I'm gonna get out of attractiveness. I want something that kind of matches the vibe, right? Yellow. Ooh, yellow looks good. Let's do that right there. All right, there we go. People are feeling a little bit better about themselves now. Same thing over here. Ooh, seafood was out. Okay, we're coming along. I mean, we're actually making quite a bit of money. We're gonna go back to the stock market. I feel really good about fast cab. Let's go to 200 purchase. There we go. So good dividend yield. Go to our cash flows. 12 grand in dividends. So the third highest. The dividend for this day. So that's the problem, is the dividend isn't coming in, you know, every day. It's coming. Well, this one's actually cool because it comes in like every second day, right? But it's outbeating the conference room, the bar. I mean, it's dwarfing the bar. So that's pretty cool. If we continue this way, I could see it even beating the restaurant here soon. So the goal of this is to have the dividend beat our accommodations, okay? So that's going to be what we go for. Because at that point, then you just sit here for 14 years and you just, you know, amass wealth that you can't do anything with. It becomes silly, right? It becomes very silly. Wow, we've made 204,000 in stock earnings. It just really went up. That's great. Let's buy 100 at a time. There we go. Yeah, 100 at a time. Beautiful. That's a really good return. Low volatility. Tourism sector. Increases, you know, the amount of business class coming here. We're already doing really well, but this just gives us that extra oomph. And we can see already the bar is not sufficient. So let's hire someone else. Introverted, kind-hearted. Introvert's kind of terrible for a front-facing role. Perfectionist. Bit slower. Anxious nerd. Yeah, it loses energy when interacting with guests. That's all they do. Always fears the worst. Mood level. This worker can never reach maximum. And they're introverted. This is like the worst person you can possibly get. Oh boy. Okay, we're just gonna hire the perfectionist because we need to get someone in there. All right, we do have a brat, and that's good. We'll get them brat points. There we go. All right, we got a spa. I have no need for it. Oh wow, yeah, we've pretty much done everything. We have a lot of wait staff. Yeah, when there's nobody here, it's really kind of sucks. Well, let's go down and start training people. All right, well, like I said, go one at a time. Just makes it easier. So the receptionists are doing fantastic. I'm gonna do endurance. Oh, I don't have enough money. I'm broke. Yeah, the costs kind of all come in at one. The money and the costs kind of come in at different points, so we're in good shape. Says I have debt? Oh, yeah. The debt, this debt. Okay. Our debt ratio was fantastic. And we are actually paying, I didn't realize that. I should have thought about that. So we are paying 3.5% interest. Which is 4,500. That's quite a bit. Nice. All right, we're locked in. Room service and luggage would help. We're locked in, though. At 4 stars, it looks like. Yeah, I hope they rehash the stock market screen. It would be really nice to see a little bit more detail. Everyone here is pretty darn happy. You can see the business class has 93% happiness because we've, you know, made this place the perfect location for them. All right, everyone's checking out, so the money's starting to roll in, or they're checking in, I should say. All right, I have a couple ideas. One, I want to move this here. I want to move this here. I want to get. We have 3 people. I want to get a 3rd register in here now. Keep up with demand. People are coming in here like crazy. Yeah, somehow he's magically able to fit in that crack back there, so that's beautiful. Yeah, they're keeping up well now. All right, we're gonna buy a little bit more. Now we own 2,100 shares, worth about 1.1 mil. And this pays every second day. But the yield is 5.25, so we're going to get, you know, a fraction of that. Ooh, we're going down in value. Yeah, so the brat's not enjoying his time here. David had a hard time finding entertainment. So I find that hard to believe. We have like tons of pool tables up here. We got dartboards. Oh, the business folk do like the golf simulator. Well, what do you know? I don't know where the heck to even put this thing. Let's try something. Okay, yeah, we can put it out here. Let's make a concrete area over here to place it down. Now it has to be placed inside, eh? Okay, we can do this. Alright, this will just be the golf room, I guess. And we'll make it a fishbowl. There we go. There we are. Yeah, fishbowl time. I'm gonna make... Grass would look kind of cool in here. I don't know if that'll cause issues. Let's just use like a green carpet that looks like grass, right? Okay, there we go. And the walls. Yeah, why not? Something stupid, right? We'll have to wait for the walls to get up. Oh, nice. We can fit 2 of them in here. Let's actually switch out the doorway here. All right, yeah, switch that out right there. And put on the window there. Perfection. Okay. Let's just use this. Yeah, that looks good enough to me. All right, there. Yeah, now we have... Actually, this is perfect. We do need to put an AC unit in here. Boom. Right there. Get an AC. Okay. Now we have a thing. Oh, it looks a little weird, right? That's all right. I mean, technically speaking, the best kind of speaking. Let's expand this room. We're gonna make this a pretty cool room now. And I'm gonna put... Let's go with the French ones. French ones are cool. Put 2 windows in here. Actually, let's put the windows over there. Yeah, 3 windows. I guess we could turn this into a double room and try to test that mechanic out. That's pretty cool. Golf right underneath it. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. I probably won't go to the 3rd floor with it, just a second. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this bed. I'm gonna expand out the bedroom. Alright, double bed with the gold right there. And move all this stuff over. Oh, we have a lot of things we can do here now. I say we make the bathroom bigger. Okay, door there. Cut this out. There we go. Expand that. And we can put the towels here. Put the sink here. That looks good enough. And let's start decorating. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of this. Get the double vanity. I like it. Yeah, there we go. Place that in there. We'll get the golden mirrors in here. Or just one. Alright, we're gonna make this ritzy. It's gonna be a ritzy bathroom. The floor. I think actually the stone. That looks bad. The color is all off. Yeah, you really can't make that pretty. Alright, let's do this. White. I don't like the color we chose. Let's just do a pure white in here. Okay, so back to this room. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's try a gold around the whole area like that. And for the floor, let's try this yellow. There we go. I think this might actually look decent. So they left 2 chocolates, but it still just says 1 person. How much are they paying? 38. Ugh. Okay. Well, we know what to do. Buy really expensive paintings. That's right. Let's buy this dumb thing. Put it right here. 75. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're making 5 grand off this room. Okay, so that's looking decent. Got our little. Now they can come down here and play golf. That'll give them a little bit more entertainment options. And we're really actually bringing in quite a bit of money. Let's look at cash flows. Dividend 8,500 down there. Okay, so we're just gonna keep buying. Oh, nice! I just realized missed opportunity right here. I like this sign a little bit more. It's a bit more regal. Yeah, let's get rid of these guys. They're not regal enough for me. Money Island. Money Island shouldn't be skipping on the signs, right? Okay. These can only be hung inside. Okay. I was hoping I could hang something on the outside here, but it doesn't like me. Yeah, only inside. Looks like... No, looks like they're all like that. Okay, well, we're doing well enough. I don't like this. Let's try bumping it out. There we go. Yeah, clean that up a little. Yeah, this sign is depressing me as well. We really need to spend that money wisely. There we go. And it's crazy is I'm just buying stock over and over, especially this fast cab stock. I think every time we're buying, we're also... It seems like when you buy, people get excited, right? And they think, oh, I better buy that. Then it goes down. And then I get sad. We own quite a bit. 3,150 shares. I mean, how much it's worth is kind of irrelevant until we sell it. It could crash all the way down here. But we're still getting a pretty darn good dividend off all that. We're paying, honestly though, going into the negative and paying that negative 3% per day is kind of dumb. I'm being pretty greedy here. But it's because we're not only paying it for 1 day, but you know, I'm paying, basically I'm paying like, what is it, 3.5%, so I borrow 100,000, I'm paying 3,500. We're pretty much replenishing it within a day. But so I can invest. We need, honestly, to really start making the money, you just need more rooms. 3,400, 4,200 because of the art. This guy down here, we're pulling in 51. That's not bad. And it just says one person. That's kind of why I shy away from the double beds. I guess he's just gonna get 2 chocolates. Yeah. I go to hotels and pay for the double bed so that I can get 2 chocolates. I'm winning. Think smart. Double the bed, double the chocolate. What the heck happened in here? Someone broke it? I'm gonna replace that because that was weird. It was all busted up. Alright, so yeah, the business people like to go outside. So this counts as sunbathing, by the way. You don't have to have those tanning stations. So that's pretty cool. Cool thing about this location. Yeah, and you can see them, their auras pumping out every time they interact like that, and the team leads. These guys are just feeding each other, increasing their energy, increasing how the people feel about this place. It's a beautiful thing. And you can see our ratings with the business people is 92%. Now, what we should do is try to find the most miserable person here. It tends to be like the brats, as you can see. My God. Oh, they got kicked out. They kicked the brats out. Cool. Mainly entertainment. This one didn't have a good time. These could be anomalies too. These 2 people that didn't bathe, I mean, that's their problem, not mine. There's plenty of showers. I've noticed that, like, sometimes people just don't bathe. Everyone has access. Nobody is in a position where they can't get into the shower. Yeah, everything's fine and dandy. And the critic is in the nicest room, of course. How much is he paying? Almost 6 grand. Not bad. Ooh, we got fancy tables. Yeah, let's get case stands. These are kind of cool. The yellow one in here. All right, let's see. Okay, we are at 228. 6 grand in here. We don't have a whole lot of money. I mean, we got shields everywhere. And the carpets aren't too expensive. They're not going to add much value. Darn. Well, we do have a bathroom. Albeit small. We could put something in here. Okay. So 228 and 6, we'll say 6 grand, all right? Oh, a brat just moved in, of course. Oh, they'll pay 67. It's a little bit more, but I still don't think it's worth it. The brats are kind of hard to please. All right, we're positive 15. All right, boom. Now this place is worth 303. See, that's what doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's like a glitchiness. So, okay, 228. Okay, that was right. All right, yeah. Okay, my bad. 303. That's 75,000. I was like, what? Okay, so that's 63. And now 71. That's a lot of money for such a little result. Let's do this. If we put it in this room, 3,400 to 5,000. Wow. We got a much bigger. It seems like that's interesting. Okay, let's 5,900, right? 63. So we only got 400 more. But isn't that crazy? But over here, we went up to 5,000 from 34. So that had a 1,500. So there is kind of like, it does appear there is a point of diminished returns. But we can upgrade some stuff in here, so that's good. That's crazy though. That's very, very crazy. Yeah, so the more money we make, the more money we can invest. So that's kind of the conundrum here, right? And the more money we can invest, the more money we can make. So let's see, what can we fling up on these walls? I need more decorations. I like the shield a lot because it's 8 grand. I just wish I had an in-between. You know, it's like 1,000 to 75. Like, I wish I just had something. But so far, it's just, you know, 75 grand or nothing. All right, the dividend is now 10 grand. The restaurant's really pulling its weight here. I mean, we are serving lobster. All right, it's time to increase our technology. Let's go down the line. Receptionist. Oh, they don't have speed walking. That's a receptionist. They don't need that. Upseller. There we go. Cleaning time. Okay, wow. We got a lot going on here. Surface awareness. Boost movement speed by up to 50% on clean floors. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Everybody's getting that. Our floors are really, really clean. Okay. Nice. We got snake plant. We're having our guests use the golfing simulator. Wow. Allows characters to skip the staff room by taking quick breaks at nearby water dispensers or coffee machines instead. Everybody is getting that. That's a lot of people that don't have to go down and relax. I didn't actually know that's what that did. I've never really looked at it. Okay, this guy, we're gonna go the whole thing. Perfect plating, thermal vision, seasoning, okay? Now these gents, though, I'm gonna give them rapid break. That's crazy. And these guys up here, I'm gonna give them leadership, increase nearby staff synergy. That's cool. Okay, waiters. Same thing. Everybody's gonna get rapid breaks. That'll keep them working longer. And for their last professional greeting, 30% weight. I think that could actually be beneficial. All right, maintenance staff. All of our maintenance staff should have heavy lifting. Okay. Speed walking, I think, is a good one too. They have a lot of distance to cover. And for these guys here, botanist. Plants watered by this person don't need water as often. That's a good one. And let's get another technician. We have one. They can replace anything that's broken, basically. All right, and then we just have bartenders. So for sure, mixologist, silver tongue. We don't do a lot of beer. Uplifting. Yeah, make the guests happy. Yeah, that will help with our service. And for him, I'm gonna give him leadership to increase the staff's energy. Okay, that was good. And we're back. We're back in business. That's kind of crazy though. 5,500, or sorry, 1,500 per. That's a pretty good investment. But you know what? I feel like these rooms are pretty solid, but it is kind of impressive how much money you can. Okay, let's do something stupid. I love doing stupid stuff. Oh my god, 2 million, 3 million, 6 million. All right, so we've taken out 6 million. Oh my god. The daily interest is 89th. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Let's just take out 2 million. Let's just take out 2 million because that's already like the majority of our budget. And if we can, if we can, let's do the math here. This guy's getting a discounted bonus. He's not going to count. Okay, so they're paying 3,200 for these rooms. Now, if I place this dumb painting in here, he's paying 5,000. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so the saturation point seems to be about 100 grand. Okay, so we're going to take that loan out. That is huge. If every one of these rooms is generating that significantly more money. Yeah, so while they iron their clothes, they can stare at a dumb painting. There we go. We got it going on in here. We'll put that there. Okay. So yeah, we borrowed 2 million to do this. Yeah, I kind of like the painting above the area. Okay, this place is fine. We already got one in here. Let's keep it going, right? Got all those areas. Very nice. Painting in there. This guy's indecent. Get the painting in the hallway. Oh no. They don't like the painting in the hallway. Okay, we'll place the painting here so they can admire it. Make sure we didn't make any mistakes. Painting, painting, painting. And you know what? Let's just do another painting there. Okay, so this is going to be a little insane. It's a lot of money. We should definitely pay as much of this as possible to get that interest down. Now, we can't go into debt to pay debt, unfortunately. But the interest... So $35,000 in daily interest. However, what was that? 20 rooms now making about 1,500 more. So that's about 30. That's about 30 grand right there a day. So once we right now, this sucks. We're actually almost breaking even on what we just did. But it does seem like there is a diminished return, like after 100. I bet you it's like 150 or something thousand, so we could probably get away with some more. But yeah, look how much they're spending now. 52. And also it has to do with how happy they are. So there's a couple things going on here. 126,000. That's amazing. No, I'm actually like kind of wondering if getting a bellhop. Ooh, I didn't paint this part. But I am kind of wondering if getting a bellhop would be a way to just like get a little bit more oomph, right? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna move the fun and games over here. Trash can here. Ooh, I like the wall lamp. That's cool. Put a wall lamp there. Alright, so the bellhop is a technology. There we go. Got the bellhop unlocked. Okay. So, for the bellhop, let's get 2 people. Extroverted slacker. Okay. Sensitive slacker. Slacker. Extroverted slacker. Wow. We got a... Tends to demand more tips, and he's positive. Alright, I like him already. He represents the hotel flawlessly. That's kind of funny. He actually kind of looks like me too, except I don't wear purple. It's lame. Alright. There we go. Ooh, different colors. Yeah, let's go with the vibe, right? I'm actually gonna go with black. There we go. Alright, now people have... I can get their luggage up. That might make the business people just slightly happier, alright? Now, the main question is, does he have the capacity to learn anything? No, he needs to level a bit. Speedy room service. That's a good one. Yeah, service-minded. These are great. Okay. We're back at it. Got luxury seating now. So our next goal is to pay down this massive debt. You can see our cash flow is actually exploding. If we go back up and check these rooms out. Nice, 4 stars. Perfect. We're making 5 grand a room now. That's pretty good. That's really good. And our happiness is... They're happy here. So you can increase their happiness to 100 by offering discounts. And they're paying 37. I don't know how I feel about it. The Brat's paying 58 over here for this really nice room. That's what's crazy. They're paying 58. We just got a new wallpaper. That looked pretty cool. Dude, there's some weird wallpapers here. Yeah, I got like marble and stuff. That's really neat. Ooh, our cleaners are understaffed. That's not good. All right, nerd. A lot of them have issues. Show off, kind-hearted, positive. There we go. You can see the load is really hurting. Boom. Negative 33,000. Yeah, loan's killing us, but our cash flow is doing great. The dividend is now 23,000. Not bad. That comes in every 2 days. Okay. Unfortunately, you guys can kind of see the gist of what's going on. You're just going to keep at it for a long time. I have to stop here because we're 3.5 hours into it, but the build is pretty much complete. It will go to conclusion. I'm getting... Okay, so we're on my backup rig right now. This is a 5070 Ti and a AMD 9800 3DX. And so my old computer, as I said, completely just shit the bed. All right. So now I'm having someone build me a custom rig for audio, and it's around my 5090, and it is a 9950 X3D AMD. It has my 96 gigs of RAM. This only has 32, and it has all my expensive storage. So that is going to be ready for me tomorrow. So I need to finish this up, put this on. But going forward, I will now have a backup rig because I was not able to really produce content for a month, and now that I'm full-time, honestly, that was pretty terrifying. I did, thankfully, set aside funds for worst-case scenarios. I'm an accountant, right? By trade, if you don't know that about me. So I've run lots of businesses that make far more money than I'll ever make. And you got to be prepared for the worst. And luckily, I was. But still, it is, I'm only 3 or 4 months into this, so... I'm looking forward to that. Now I've learned my lessons. I have this backup rig. It's doing a good job. So going forward, if I have issues, I now have a connection in the city that can help me with computer repairs if I can't figure things out. So it's all about learning, expanding, getting more resources. But thank you guys so much for watching. And if you watch the whole way through and you're not subscribed to the channel, you should think about it. So you'll see more of my stuff. So have a good rest of your day.